6 a.m. here in Delaware 105.9. Enjoy the day. Catch one from me.
Good morning, everybody. Howdy, howdy. Jim Weller here, and you are watching Weller Does Delmarva, and we are live in the Dry Zone studio, located on Route 13 in Bridgeville, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so good morning to you. It's been a busy week, 4th of July week, and it's been a hot week. Everybody is going to be using their air conditioner soon if they haven't already. The ones that are saying, I'm not going to use it yet. So you want to make sure your car air conditioner is working, which makes me think of Walls Service Center right off the bat. I've heard Colin Walls tell me before he's got 5 bays and technicians, and if you have an AC unit that's blowing lukewarm air or not ice cold air and you want to get that thing fixed, Walls Service Center, downtown Milford, is the place. They can work on more than one at a time. And you say, well, what difference does that make to me? I only want one worked on. Well, here's where it matters. You know that you can get in quicker since they can work on more than one at a time. They're not going to have to schedule you out or put you off or anything like that, because when your air conditioner's broke, it is critical. It is almost an emergency. So if you have an automobile, your air conditioner's not working just right, whether it needs just a shot of, I don't know if they still call it Freon or not, but Freon, or if you've got a leak and they need to find it and repair it, or if your unit's just bad or the belt that runs it needs replacing, whatever it may or may not be, you don't need to worry about that. All you need to do is call 422-8110, 422-8110, or you can go to their website, which is wallsservicecenter.com, wallsservicecenter.com, and you can go on there and you can schedule an appointment if you want. So anyway, that way you don't need to call or whatever. You just put down there when you'd like to go, and they will touch back with you. So anyway, they are open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and then they are open on Saturday, 8 to noon. Did I say the wrong time? No, I didn't. 7:30 to 5:30. I just tested with you guys. Anyway, what are you smiling at, Brooks?
You're always testing me in the morning.
Right, I say it, and then I want to make sure I got it right, okay? So anyway, 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, which makes it nice if you want to drop something off or pick it up after work or whatever. And then on Saturday, 8 to noon. Also, if you got to go through inspection and you just want to make sure your lights are working, the brake light's the hard one to check by yourself. You can get out and check your turn signals and headlights, but, man, checking that brake light all by yourself's a toughie. Well, you could just swing into Walls Service Center without an appointment, and they'll take just a couple minutes and make sure all your lights and signals are working, and if you need a bulb or something like that, they'll go ahead and replace it for you. And also windshield wipers. That's another thing. If it's raining or not raining and your wipers are just not 100% and you need a new wiper, don't need an appointment for that. So anyway, it's Walls Service Center, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. If you go there, you can take a walk in the Bicentennial Park, or you can go over to Arenas or over to Abbott's Grill and get a bite to eat. Also, if you have an animal, you can go right around a little bit over the river and down to the dog park and take your bike down there. So anyway, there's a bridge. You don't swim through the river, in other words.
You're like,
you walk
you said
over the river, through the park. Right, through the park and over the river. But I know so many people, when they hear me say over or, across the river, they're thinking you have to swim or kayak. No, there's like a bridge. You walk across the bridge over the Mississippian River, and then you make a left and you go down to the dog park. And I noticed at the dog park, there's a small dog park and a big dog park. But what I didn't notice was like a sign or something that would determine whether it's a small dog. Like, I don't know where the tipping point is. You know what I mean? Like, what size dog is what. So anyway, it's Walls Service Center. What I'm saying is it's conveniently located, locally owned and operated. Colin Walls is the third generation, been around 58 years, doing a good job for their customers. So if you need your automobile repaired, go where I go, Walls Service Center, Milford, Delaware, 422-8110, wallsservicecenter.com. On the web, we are streaming this show, just so you know. You can go to wellerdoesdelmarva.com and you can watch it there. And for the people watching in the Carolinas and Florida and wherever else you are, we have quite a nice little group of people watching on the stream. Good morning, and thank you for watching the show. Just so you all know, the young man to my left, maybe to your right, but to my left, is Rick Fowler from No Nonsense Office Machines, live in person, and he is going to show us some things that will make you say, gee, I didn't know my computer could look like that on the inside. So anyway, so we got him coming on in just a little bit, and actually he's got an item we're going to do the drawing live on air, so we got a lot to talk about there. I got Barry from Dry Zone coming on later on, Sean from First Class Heating and Air. We have a full show. We're actually going to go outside and talk about a really neat aluminum trailer made by Hallmark. So we have a lot to tell you. Oh, and we got the prize wheel. We're going to have Sean later on spin the prize wheel in the probably 8:30 to 9 o'clock hour. And so I need to tell you about that. I'll do that in just a minute. But you all know the number. But all you got to do today is guess number 1 through 12. And then if it lands on that, you win. And if there's more than one winner, we're going to give every winner there is. So if we have 40 people guess number 13, then if it lands on number 13, all 40 people win a prize, okay? We good?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, but remember, it's number 1 through 12, okay? So just don't guess 13. Number 1 through 12, you call me up, you just leave your name and number and say, hey, my name is John Doe, and then I guess number 7, and if it lands on number 7, you're the winner, all right? And then Betty Doe can call, and so on and so forth, okay?
I think it's Jane
Bob
Doe.
Doe, Jane Doe. There's not a Betty Doe?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There
So
could be.
anyway, we're going to have where we spin the prize wheel. So feel free to call anytime you want. One guess per show. Well, one guess during this show because we're only going to spin it once. All right. So we have a lot going on. Weller's is going to be open at 9. I think our kayak sale is winding down. I actually think it ends today, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
That's going to be sad to see that sale go.
It is.
It's going to be sailing away. Our sale is going to sail away. So anyway, and if you're watching on TV, we'd love to hear from you just for the heck of it, so you can let us know where you're watching from, okay? So you can call the super secret number, which is 337-7300 anytime, and you can guess number 1 through 12 to pick if you want to possibly try to win something when we spin the wheel, or you can go ahead and give us a call and say, hey, I'm watching you from Parsonsburg, Maryland, okay? Willards, Maryland, or any of those places. All right, are we on the radio? Well, good morning to the Delaware 105.9 crowd. We are now officially on the radio, Radidio. We're on the radio live. You're listening to Jim Weller. Weller does Delmarva. This is a live, unrehearsed show. So as you listen to it and you say, my gosh, how can they be so polished? It's just... we're just that good because the show is not rehearsed, okay? There's our first caller of the day. And if you don't know why they're calling, I'm going to tell you because they want to guess and win. So anyway, I'm just saying good morning. This is Weller Does Delmarva. The gentleman that you're looking at. Now, look, there's no need to look at your radio. I say that, and then I've had people say, I really start staring at my radio when you say look at us. What I'm saying is we're on the radio. So you can listen to us on Delaware 105.9. You can listen to us on the Delaware 105.9 app. You can go on Delaware 105.9's website, and they're streaming there. You can watch us at WellerDoesDelmarva.com now or later, okay? So if you don't want to miss anything, Rick Fowler from No Nonsense Office Machines is going to show you something pertaining to computers here in just a little bit, so you may want to watch that later on. Also, if you want to watch us on TV, you go to My Cozy TV, which is 204 on Comcast, 99 on Mediacom, and 31.2 if you're using rabbit ears. Oh, over the air is the professional word for that. Is that right?
That's correct. Let's
Okay.
get technical here.
Technical. All right. I would say politically correct. All right. So anyway, welcome to the show. Been a busy week, been a hot week, and we have a lot to tell you about. So right off the bat, I want to just remind you that we have some Facebook pages, and we'd love it if you'd like us there. Weller Does Delmarva. We've got Delaware low-digit surf tags. We've got Weller sheds and carports, Weller's utility trailers, and feel free to friend me, Jim Weller, there also. We are going to be spinning the wheel, so if you want to guess, you can guess anytime you want. Phone number's 337-7300, and all you do is dial that number and say, hey, my name and phone number is, and I guess number 1 through 12. So you got to guess a number from 1 to 12. We're going to spin the wheel between 8:30 and 9 and tell you who the winners are and tell you what they've won. We've got some really good prizes. I don't remember what they are, but I know they're really good because that makes them sound more appealing, right?
Yes,
There we go.
sure.
I love it when Brooks talks into the microphone without the knob being turned. Is that right? You need
Yeah.
a foot switch is what you need.
That's what I need.
So, like a sewing machine, in other words, a foot switch. So
On,
anyway,
off.
On, off. So anyway, we have some really interesting gifts because you got involved in getting them together.
Yes. Yes.
I saw this little American flag thing.
Mhm.
I see all these air fresheners here, Weller's discount cards.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Eagles party pack.
The Eagles, the band?
No, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, really?
The team that's going to the Super Bowl this year.
Are they really?
I hope.
And it's going to be in Philadelphia?
No, it's not in Philly. But they are
Okay.
going to hold the NFL draft, and I saw on Facebook. I don't know how official it is, but I thought it was an
Was
NFL
Facebook
thing.
on the internet?
Yes, it is.
Well, it's got to be accurate.
But I heard that the NFL draft's going to be in Philly next year. So
Have
we'll
you
see.
heard Facebook's going to come out with a monthly publication?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Okay.
That's what I hear.
Like a subscription.
Yeah.
And you can buy ads in it. And, so you put all your stuff in and you only post once a month. Oh, that would cut down on the drama, would it not?
That it would. That
You'd
it
have
would.
to get your thoughts together. You might be more polite and, and so on and so forth. All right. Anyway, what were we just talking about? The prizes.
Prizes.
So all they got to do is do what? 337-7300
Yep.
and guess a number 1 through 12. That's it. Is there any charge to play?
No charge to play. No purchase necessary.
Okay. Free parking when they pick up their gift?
Absolutely.
Okay. Free air conditioning?
Yeah, we'll throw that in.
Okay. So anyway. All right.
We want you to be comfortable when you come in to get your free gift.
comfortable. And if it's a nice sunny day, there's free sunshine.
Absolutely.
All right. So anyway, if you want to play along, 337-7300. We've already had callers this morning, so thank you for the people that are up bright and early and called. I want to do a quick ad for my accountant, Luff and Associates, George Luff, and his fine staff there. They do all of the accounting work for Weller's utility trailers, which is not as much as you think, but they still do it. But anyway, and they do a great job. I've been dealing with them 25 plus years, but something they do that we really are appreciating more and more and more is they do our payroll. And it got to the point to where there was just too much to keep up, and we're just busy trying to run our business and keep up with things, and we don't want to have to remember too much, so we decided to use their easy payroll system. So Luff and Associates does our payroll. I think we have about 14 people, so it's not a big account, but they would even do it if you had a small business and had 2 people or 102 people. They will do your payroll. Now, they can do as much as you want or as little as you want. So it's kind of a la carte. You can pick what services you'd like them to do. But I just remember it was always the first of the year, and we didn't have these charts, and, payroll was due, and we're waiting on them. And by law, you got to do the payroll, and it was just frustrating. And then we had a program, where we had to buy an upgrade to it every year. Now I don't have to worry about all that. I just let them take care of it all. If there's any problems, I let them take care of that. So it's Luff and Associates. They're an accounting firm in Milford and Dover and Rehoboth. They've been around at least 25 years because I've dealt with them that long. George Luff's son now has graduated from college, and he's a CPA, and he's working there, and they have quite a great staff. I like it when I call, I get answers, I get a hold of somebody. So I'm just letting you know, if you need an accounting firm, of course you can deal with them. But even if you have somebody else that does your bookkeeping, but you want them to do your payroll, they can help you out with that. So it's 422-9699, 422-9699. It's LuffCPAs.com on the web, LuffCPAs.com on the web. You're saying I got something on my face? What is it? Did I get it? Close as I can. Now they want the microphone as close as I can. I do want to say, I think we're setting some records for all these phone calls this morning. So thanks for all the calls. Just a couple things. When you do call, would love to hear, where are you? How are you hearing us or viewing us? Is it on TV? Is it on the stream? Is it on the radio? That's good. And where are you calling from? Some people say I'm calling from my bedroom, my living room. I'm out in my workshop. I'm cutting the grass and so on. And I could figure that out by hearing the lawnmower in the background. But I'm just saying we just like to hear from you. But all you're doing is guessing 1 through 12. When we spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, you could be the winner. Now, I'm going to switch over to the first guest of the day. Okay? If there was an award for the first guest of the day, this young man would get it. But anyway, I'm going to say good morning to you, Rick Fowler, for No Nonsense Office Machines. This is first time in the Dry Zone studio.
Yes,
correct?
this is very nice in here.
Well, good. Thank you. We put a lot of work into it. It's a lot nicer to look at the inside than the outside of the building.
Yes.
So but we like the studio, and it's working real good. Now, you own No Nonsense Office Machines.
I own No Nonsense Office Machines in Georgetown. Yes, I do.
And how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this particular work since 1986.
Wow. So that's a
I've-
while.
I've owned no nonsense office machine since 1991.
Okay, so you're not the new kid on the block. You've
No,
been around a little
no,
bit.
I've been around a long time.
Wow. Well, good. Now today you brought what I would call props. You've got this computer sitting up here. So for those watching on online or on TV, you could see it right here, and it looked. I hate to say this, but because it's your computer, but it looked filthy inside.
Yes, this is not one that we would normally sell or show you, but for a particular reason, I want this seen. This is a computer that would come into our shop.
Now this is called a desktop computer,
This is a desktop
but I
computer.
bet that sits on the floor.
Probably.
in most
And
applications.
most likely sits under a desk, near a wall,
Your feet
no
are kicking up
airflow,
dust. Yep, no airflow.
and nobody realizes.
How
These
dirty it
get
can
very
get.
hot and get very dirty. I don't care how clean your house is. This will pull in the dust and it will settle inside the computer.
It obviously has. I've
Yes.
never seen.
And a lot
the
of people
inside of
will
a computer
complain. A
before.
lot of people will complain their computer is running slow.
Okay.
And a lot of people say that's malware or that's viruses or their internet. But a lot of times it's actually inside the computer.
Wow. So you would clean that up?
We would clean this up. Now, if you'll look,
So for those that are not watching, okay, that's the fan.
this is the fan,
Okay.
and there's no airflow.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
No airflow. And this sits on top of what's called the processor.
Okay.
The processor is the brain of the
Now
computer.
that would also probably build up some heat.
build up a lot of heat.
That will
A
slow
lot of
things
heat.
down.
And that's going to slow everything down.
Wow.
As Colin might tell you, preventive maintenance is the best.
I agree.
All right.
I bet a lot of people don't think of any preventative maintenance for their computer.
No,
Never even give
never
it a
even thought about it. They don't
Wow.
think about it until there's a problem with the computer, and that's dangerous.
I would
Now,
say.
granted, it's not as expensive as an automobile,
Right.
but you don't want a loss of data. You
Right.
don't want to lose your data.
No.
You don't want to have problems with the
Pictures,
computer.
your
Files,
files
are going to be gone. You don't want to risk that.
Especially if it's preventable.
And the aggravation. Every
So
time you
what-
sit down to your computer is running slow, you're having issues, you might want to think about
And
having
in the
it
beginning,
serviced.
you think you're just getting old. Not as cognitive. If you
Well, a lot of people say, well, my computer's old, I need a new computer. That's not always necessarily true.
because you clean it up and it will be faster.
Yes. In fact,
So when you clean it up, you also probably look for any junk in there besides dirt that needs to be kind of cleaned up too.
this is one we've cleaned,
Oh my gosh, looks like new.
okay? This is not a new computer. This is one we have cleaned.
Okay,
This is one that, we would put out there
for sale.
for sale,
Okay.
okay? And this is what it would look like when they're done.
So when I advertise that if they buy something used from you, it's been a little bit more than just plugged in.
Yes. Yes.
You really literally go through.
We
it
go
and
through the
make
whole
sure.
machine, and it looks new when we're done.
Wow. Wow, very good. And but somebody can bring you their computer and say it's running a little sluggish, or I want it cleaned up, tuned up. Do you mind if I ask about how much something like that would be, or do you take it on a one-by-one basis?
We do free estimates
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Before you do the work.
because
Okay.
everybody's a different situation.
Okay.
It's never the same thing when it comes in.
Okay.
All right, and a computer being slow could be 100 different things causing
Right.
a computer to be slow.
It might not just be dirt.
It may not just be dirty. So what we like to do is free estimate. That free estimate, we'll go through the whole system, make sure
Okay.
that whole system, what's going on, we can address.
Okay.
If it's just a matter of, it needs to be cleaned, normal cleaning process is about $45.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this
Okay.
is
If all it needs is cleaned out, it's about $45.
okay.
Now, we have a cleanup special, which
Okay.
is $65. With the cleanup special, we actually will go through and make sure there's no viruses on the system.
Oh really?
We will make sure that the internet is running smoothly.
Okay.
We will also clean it.
Okay.
We will clean the processor. We will clean the fans. Make sure everything is running as it's supposed to run.
Well, that's almost just a good investment in itself.
Correct.
I mean, we're not talking a lot of money there. you know?
Normally, we tell people, residential people will tell, needs to be serviced at least once a year.
Yeah.
Okay, just once
would
a year.
agree.
If you own a business, probably 2 times a year.
I got one that I think's been sitting there for 4 or 5 years that probably needs a good cleaning. Because the thought of it being on the floor is where I think a lot of that dirt and stuff
Does.
comes from.
We have several fans.
Yeah.
You know,
And they're pulling inward.
Most are pulling inward, and there's a couple that push outward.
Okay.
But again, the ones pushing outward aren't pushing a lot of stuff out. They're, most of it's being drawn in.
Right.
And dust will draw in very quickly on a computer.
Wow. $65.
Yes.
Really? I mean, I don't want to make it sound too inexpensive, but it doesn't sound like a lot of money to have your computer checked out, checked over, and,
Well, I'm not
cleaned
going to
out.
be a millionaire at this job.
Okay.
But we like to help people. We like to make sure everybody's happy. All my customers are extended family. They come in, they talk to us. A lot of them come just to visit.
Right.
And
locally owned.
we look highly at that. When customers come in, they're friends.
Right.
We're not out to gouge people. We're not out to kill them. We just want to make sure systems are running good and that they're happy. And that
Okay.
brings us more business.
Okay. All right. Well, I am kind of amazed. Can I talk about the picture you showed me a little while ago?
Sure.
Okay. Tell me the story of that again. He showed me a picture of a couple different people, and then he told me this story about. So why don't you just tell the story?
All right. We had a gentleman and his young son come in our store. This is probably about 5 or 6 months ago. They have a tablet, and on this tablet they've got pictures, hundreds of pictures of their little boy at George Lucas's event.
Okay.
And George Lucas was there. A lot of different Star Wars folks were there, and the son had pictures with George Lucas. Well, the tablet crashed.
Okay.
All the photos were on there. They were not backed up.
Okay.
Okay. He brought it in because Jim Weller said on this show, go see Rick Fowler.
Really?
And he walked in the door. He says, I don't have any hopes that we're going to collect anything. And we told him up front, we will
No
do what we
promises.
can do.
Wow.
Okay. And actually, we tore that tablet apart. We spent about 6 hours.
Really?
6 hours, making sure, and we got every single one of those photos back.
And they had already been elsewhere with no result.
Yes, they've been, I think he told me 3 or 4 different places.
Really?
One place wanted like $1,500, and they couldn't guarantee any results, and they still had to pay the $1,500 even with no results.
Really?
We got all their data back. We charged them, I think we charged them like $60
No
when all
kidding.
was said and done. And for the boy, everybody in the store says, why don't we do something special for him? We made a poster size of one of the pictures of the little boy with George Lucas,
Huh.
and we framed it. And, the tears that rolled out of that, I don't know
Wow.
who cried most in there that day, but they were, so happy, so impressed with the work that we were able to do for them and recover that data off of that tablet. And it is a case-by-case basis. Results, vary.
Right.
We just got
But,
real.
but what I'm getting out of this is don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Give us a
Don't
try.
lose hope.
We're not going to make it worse, and it's not going to cost you anything if we don't get it for you.
Wow.
But if you've got something sitting around that you didn't want to throw away, but you were told that you couldn't get the data off of it, which we hear all the time, bring it in. Bring it in. Let us try it out. There's no
Okay.
charge for us to try.
Okay.
And then if we are able to get that data, we'll discuss it with you, price and what it's going to cost to get that data off of there for you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a great story, in other words. And it just seems like you are having a really, in other words, what I like about dealing with you personally, I mean, we've dealt with you on the copiers, now computers, and just a lot of different things. And you fix some odd, unique things for me also,
Mm-hmm.
is you're basically saying you'll take a look at just about anything.
Yes. We have
Uh,
enough
You're not a big,
experience.
stuffy box store that just says, here's the rules, this is the limit, and
No.
that's it.
We have
Okay.
enough experience in that store that my guys, one of us,
Collectively can figure it,
collectively,
right.
we will more than happy. In fact, we enjoy it.
Okay.
I mean, this
It
is
sounds like you like a little
it's a
challenge
labor
now
of
and then.
love. We love it when something comes in there that we haven't seen before. And we can look at it and go, hey, I know what that's called. And we can
Okay.
fix that.
All right. Now you have a drawing.
We have a drawing.
So people have signed up for this already.
Yep.
So this
And
is
I'm
a
going to
big.
have you draw.
Wow! Look at this.
This is what we're giving away.
Here's our props, everybody. Wow! So people came into your store,
People have come in our store for the last couple of months.
and you're giving
filled
away
out.
a laptop.
We're giving away a laptop.
Really?
Now, these are people that
That's a
came
nice
into our
present.
store.
That's a nice winning. All right. So you want me to draw
I
now?
want you to go ahead and draw a name.
All right, everybody. We should have made a contest of guess the name. without even knowing whose names are in there. We'd be here all day, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would.
All right, so I want to go in there and I want to get one. You want me to read it or you
Go
read
ahead.
it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
What do we got?
Barb
Morose.
Morose.
of
Barb
Millsboro-
Morose.
Of Millsboro, Delaware.
Barb, if you're listening, you can pick up your prize at
Yes.
No Nonsense Office Machines. If you're not listening, we'll call you here in a little bit. We should call her on the air. I wonder if she's. What time is it? 7:20. We better not. We better
it's a
not.
bit
Barb
early.
might be.
A little upset.
Yeah, after she worked the night shift. Well, that's very nice of you. So that's a nice HP. Now, do you sell them new?
We sell these new. This is actually refurbished.
Oh, really?
We refurbished this. I got a deal on some, good ones, and we
I
refurbished
actually
them.
was selling some refurbished DeWalt tools one time,
Mhm.
and they told me, and I halfway believe them, that they were actually better than new because they were all for sure bench tested.
Okay.
Where when I was buying the new ones, they were like they're just being made, and you don't know if they 100%. And we sold a lot of those tools.
Well,
like
we're
that.
putting
They
a
were really
1-year
good.
remote access on this and 1-year virus protection on this as well.
Really?
So if she has any problems, she doesn't even have to bring it to our store.
You sell them right at your store?
Yes, we do.
About how much are they?
These are about $2.99 new.
No kidding. What size is it?
This is 15.6-inch screen.
Oh, so it's a big one.
Mhm.
Wow. So what don't you sell down there?
What don't you want to buy?
All right, so where are you?
We're on 22416 Lewis, Georgetown Highway, exactly 2 miles from the circle, headed towards Lewis. On the right-hand side, big red, white, and blue sign.
Yep. And what are your hours?
We're there forever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give
our
us some
hours.
minimum hours.
We're there 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and we're there till noon on Saturdays.
Okay.
Call us. We can wait for you. We can come in early. We can do whatever you need us to do.
Wow. So accommodating. So you deal, in other words, some people might think, well, they only deal with businesses. What I'm hearing is the consumer can come in your business.
Yes.
And they can have a small problem or a big problem or a small question or a big question. And you are just saying, just give you the opportunity to meet them, talk to them, tell me what's wrong. I had you work on an AM/FM radio that's like an orange. In other words, I had you work on a set of these headphones and a microphone. So I'm getting the feeling just all you got to do is give Rick a call or stop on in and tell him what you got and start a conversation, start a dialogue.
Just start a dialogue. Give me a
All
call.
right. 856-7381, 856-7381. And like them on Facebook if you would, too. That's No Nonsense Office Machines right there in Georgetown. I highly recommend them. I've dealt with him for years. He never ceases to amaze me today. This was very nice to realize you have such a variety of things. And for sale in there, this is the one thing I'm not real knowledgeable. You call them gaming systems.
Correct.
Okay, what are gaming systems?
Gaming systems are more elite systems. They're built to withstand a lot of abuse.
Okay.
What I mean by abuse is gamers require a lot of resources in their computers. They can't
Okay.
have any lag. They can't have any slowdown. Everything
Okay.
has to run smoothly. Video can't be choppy. I mean,
Okay.
you look at your setup here. You can't afford to have any issues.
Oh, no, I agree.
Gamers will spend thousands of dollars,
Okay.
putting into their computer systems to make sure they run exactly like they want them to run.
So gamers absolutely know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, it's a little new to me.
Most
But-
residentials, most businesses don't require the resources and the processor speeds and the memory and things
Okay.
that are needed for.
So it is specific equipment.
Correct.
Okay.
And we build to suit.
And
you tell us what you're looking for, what you want to do, and we will build you a system that will do that.
Okay. All right, Rick, anything else in closing?
I'm good.
All right, well, thanks for coming by. Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines, 856-7381. We're going to take a break from the radio now, and we're going to continue right on TV. So stay tuned for more Weller Does Delmarva. All right, so for our TV audience, we just want to let you know that we've got a lot of stuff going on here today, and we are going to be spinning the prize wheel. But I want to talk about advertising. We have had some phone calls now, and if you're looking at it on TV, you're probably going to see something brand new that you haven't seen before. On the right-hand side of the screen, you probably see Dry Zone's ad. So that is an example of, I believe it's called a screenshot. So anyway, we have different times available if you want to purchase the screenshot. So the ads for being on TV are available like Monday through Friday during the Dan Gaffney show, okay? So you could buy an ad then, and then Saturday mornings from 7 to 9 during Weller Does Delmarva. So you can buy a TV ad. So we can make an actual produced commercial if you want, or we can make a 30-second ad, a 1-minute ad, a 3-minute ad if you want. So you have lots of options, in other words, as far as what you can or can't purchase. If you don't want to purchase 6 ads a week, you don't have to. You can purchase 1 ad a week. You can purchase 2 or 3. So it's very, very flexible. Colin Walls will do the production for you. If you would like me to be involved and help interview you, I'm up for that if you want. So you have numerous things you can do, because as what I just said, what you're looking at on the TV screen right now, over to the right, that's called a screenshot. So you can buy those. I think the best way to buy those is like for a 30-minute period. So you could say, okay, Monday through Friday. Now, I don't know what time Dry Zone picked, so they've already committed to some of this, and we have some other people that we're working with. But, for example, Dan Gaffney does his show Monday through Friday from 5:30 to 7 on TV here. You can see that show. You can buy a screenshot for a 30-minute segment of time there Monday through Friday. So you've got the screenshots. You can have a literal live, not live, but a produced commercial that could be a 30-second, a 1-minute, a 2-minute, or a 3-minute. And you would be amazed how much stuff we can accomplish in that time frame. So anyway, I just want to let you know, if you have any interest in being on TV, on My Cozy TV, during the Dan Gaffney Show from 5:30 to 7, that portion Monday through Friday, or if you have any interest in being on Weller Does Delmarva on Saturdays. The only thing is we don't have competing businesses. So, like, I sell trailers. I wouldn't want another trailer dealer. And Colin Walls works on automobiles. He wouldn't want another automotive repair facility. But we need a boat dealer. We need a lawyer. We need different things. We wouldn't even mind having a doctor on board during this show, in other words. So I'm just saying that if you have a business or you have a product and somehow, some way you want it to get promoted, we absolutely can help you get the word out. So the easiest thing to do is give me a call. It's just, well, there's the call. I didn't even give the number out yet. It's 337-7300. 337-7300. You give me a call, and we will talk about what's involved in advertising on either Dan's show, on My Cozy TV, or on my show on Saturday mornings. Now, I did mention we're going to be spinning the prize wheel, so we've got that coming up. And what else have I got going on? I've got some ads I want to do here. It's been a busy week, though, at Weller's, and there's a couple things that are going on I want to tell you about. So we're getting ready to come back on the radio, and now I'm going to try to catch up just a little bit, all right? So anyway, I wanted to tell you that we're going to be spinning the prize wheel between 8:30 and 9. We're going to let Sean from Dry Zone do that, okay? And what do they got to do? Just call us.
They just got to give
We've
us
had a lot
call.
of calls already today.
Yes, we have.
And don't forget there is advertising opportunities. But the phone number is 337-7300. You just call, leave your name and number. Would love to hear where you're calling from, okay? But other than that, you can give us a call and then.
Guess the number 1 through 12.
Right. Don't guess 13 or 14. And then wherever that thing lands, if there's 2 or 3 winners, we're going to give them all a prize. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, can I talk to you just real quick about the paint night? We have a paint night coming up on July. Is that this Wednesday night?
That is this Wednesday night.
Okay. Now, I think we have 1 ticket left, I heard.
That's correct.
Okay. So we sold 59 tickets to the paint night.
Yeah, you should have seen me
Okay.
last night on my phone.
Okay.
I'm trying to find somebody for that last ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just want to let you know that if you would like to come to our paint night, this is a fundraiser for the National MS Society. And was I going to try to find my note here? It's at the Dry Zone Red Barn.
Yep.
And it is on Wednesday night, July 13th. And how in the world would they contact us about this 1 ticket? I mean, because we only have 1 ticket left. They can't make more.
No, actually, we're limited by what supplies they have for the paint night. I mean, you could come to the paint night. You can get some
Can they
food.
come and hang around and have a hot dog or get some popcorn or something?
Exactly. They're going to have a Chinese auction, so they could buy tickets to the Chinese auction if they want. They just won't be able to actually paint because the instructor only had so much supplies to be able to accommodate. so many people. That's why there was a limited number of tickets.
Okay. So, what do they do? Call Jenny if you have a question about this one ticket. Is that right?
That's correct.
542-9156, 542-9156, or Jenny@Wellers.com. This is a fundraiser that we are doing, and all the money, the proceeds, everything goes to the National MS Society, our Bike to the Bay team, which is called Beyond Training Reels. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Or if they just want to make a donation and help out, we're going to accept donations.
Absolutely.
So you can also just make a plain old donation if you want.
Yep. Yeah,
All right.
All donations are tax deductible.
Okay. Can I talk about L&W?
Absolutely.
All right. Am I behind?
Yes.
Okay. Rick Fowler did a good job, though, didn't he?
He did.
I had no idea they had that special and so much to offer, and really want to encourage people to check him out. I do want to talk about another one of my good sponsors. I just met with them the other day, my insurance agent, which is L&W Insurance Agency. And they actually have been in business much longer than I thought. They have been in business since 1932. That's 84 years. That's amazing.
Yeah,
These businesses that have been in business 25, 30, 40 years. Now, here's one that's been in business since 1932. It's called L&W Insurance Agency, and they offer auto insurance, home, health, life, commercial. And I was talking to Bill Strickland, who happens to be the owner of it, and I said, what really defines you? What is different between you and some other insurance agency? He said, I'm going to tell you what defines us. It's the way we handle a claim. He said, when you have a problem with an insurance claim or whatever, the way we handle it is what defines us between everybody else. He said, because everybody else does one thing and one thing only. They have you interface with the insurance company. He said, we don't want you to interface with the insurance company. We want to help you because we want to keep you happy and we want to keep you our customer. He said, when you dial this 1-800, I don't care, or 1-800, it doesn't matter to me, he said, that's not L&W. He said, when you call L&W, you're going to talk to a person that speaks a language you understand and that gets involved and says, hey, I'm going to help you with your situation. So that is what really defines. It's like a one-stop shop, whether you need auto, home, health, life insurance, commercial coverage, workman's comp, whatever. So I really recommend them. I've dealt with them for a long time. They're one of the largest independent agencies in Delaware. Like I say, when you call during normal hours, you get a human being, a live human being, and they will steer you and guide you to whoever you need. So I'm really impressed with that. They represent you. I was saying, Bill, help me understand that a little bit too. What you have to remember is if you deal with a company that sells one brand of insurance and one brand only, they are representing the insurance company. When you deal with somebody that's independent like L&W and they represent multiple brands of insurance, they're working for you, the consumer, because they give you choices. When there's only one brand of insurance, you're limited on your choices, and I never really thought of it that way. So anyway, what in the world is the phone number? It's 856-7828, 856-7828, L&W Insurance Agency. Whether you got insurance and you want a second opinion or you need insurance, I highly recommend them. Give them a call, give them a chance. You got nothing to lose. That's a free second opinion right there. All right, Brandon is with me, Brandon Ritter, and we're going to take just a minute or two and talk about a couple things there. Today's going to be a busy day. What have you got? Are you going to talk about? What are you talking about?
I'm going to talk about what I like to talk about a lot, and that's sheds and carports.
Selling stuff.
Selling stuff.
Selling stuff. Brandon actually has been working his way back into sales a little bit more.
Yes.
We've made some internal changes, and he is ready to wait on people. So much more available than you were.
Yes.
And now would like to sell more than you have.
Yes.
So if you've never dealt with Brandon, give Brooks a break. Everybody works Brooks over, so give Brooks a break.
I really don't need the break.
Now you got the microphone on.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was going to say you could give Brooks a break and deal with Brandon because Brandon is ready to service all the things that you need help with. But there's
Absolutely.
a couple things you're really passionate about.
Yes, yeah, and
Okay.
that is sheds and carports. These first few days getting back into the swing of things of sales. It was funny yesterday. I had two people almost with the same scenario, and that was
They wanted to buy something.
They wanted to buy something, yeah, but they had
you're
no
on the property.
had no clue what to do, what they
Which way
could
to
do. Yes, and
Little
which way to go.
intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So-
make that easy.
I do. Very
Okay.
intimidating. But First gentleman, he had a big pontoon boat, and he wanted to
Okay.
get it out of the weather to help save like his
I think they're
canopy.
wider than the car.
They are.
Okay.
They are. And so he wasn't sure exactly what to do or what the best scenario was. So I sat down with him and kind of walked him through the process.
Okay.
We found out how wide the pontoon boat was, how tall the pontoon boat was, and explained some of the extra options that may benefit him. He was thinking just putting a roof over top of it. I suggested to him, hey, if you're out in like an open field area,
Put some sides.
put some sides on there because if it gets
And
windy
you're
and
talking
rainy,
about a carport,
I'm talking about a metal
not a
carport.
trailer here.
Yes.
Okay, a carport.
And so he didn't think of that. And if you're out in like an
Well,
open
did you
field,
think of the pontoon boat will be on a trailer
I did.
and to factor that into the height thing?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yes.
checking with you.
We actually, I had him actually measure.
It won't be on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's actually on the trailer and measured it that way.
Okay, just checking.
He really appreciated that suggestion because the wind and blowing rain and
Right.
stuff like that and blowing leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to help protect his boat a lot.
And his electronics and everything.
Everything. Yeah. And then on the other side, I had somebody come in for a shed, and they live in an area.
And they're putting a pontoon boat in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Different customer.
I know you're telling me one
Different customer.
pontoon boat customer bought a carport and the other one bought a shed. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yes, and they live in an area where they actually fall under homeowners association guidelines,
Oh,
and weren't
That's
quite
where-
sure what to do.
that's where all our options really helps.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They thought it was a come in, you have to buy what we have on our property type thing, and they didn't see
Well, some
anything
places
out there.
it's like that.
Yeah. Didn't see anything on the lot that actually fit what would look like
oh,
their
yeah,
house.
because when you get into that home, it's very specific.
Very specific. And they were elated when they found out that we could actually build something to match their house.
Now,
So,
I've seen you spend a half an hour to an hour with people on
Yes.
this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I
Especially
can't
the-
imagine all places do that.
No, and that's one thing I really like to push is we really have the service here. We're going to help you design the shed or the carport or get you into the trailer that you need, the
Right.
appropriate one. We're not just here to collect your money or just say, hey, yeah, that's a trailer.
Right, or
Here's
stand inside and point out there and say
right,
that's the one.
Right. We'll walk out there when it's pouring down rain. We'll walk out there when it's freezing cold, when it's really hot. We're here for the customers. We're here to get them what they need and answer any questions they have. No question is stupid to us. So,
Right.
we're here to educate you and help you get into what's going to be worth your while.
Well, very good.
So that was another nice story about a customer that wasn't quite sure what to do or how to do it, and they ended up getting a 10 by 16 New England, which is a very nice looking
And that'll
shed.
be delivered and set up right in their yard.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And they actually fall within our delivery zone where they have
Okay.
a free delivery.
Okay.
They're over in just over the Maryland line. So the big thing is if you're
So
not
we
quite
deliver in
sure,
Maryland.
we live
Okay.
in Maryland, Virginia,
All right,
Pennsylvania,
a little bit of everywhere.
a little bit of everywhere. Yep.
All right.
So if you're not quite sure what to do or how to start the process, just come in and talk to Brandon, and I will help you.
Like people say,
decide.
estimates are free, conversations are free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say, Weller's is celebrating 42 years of being in business, and the one thing that we feel that separates us from everybody is how we treat you.
Right.
In other words, we try our best to do a good job. Are we perfect, flawless? No, but we try,
Right.
and that's, I think, important. And I think we have a lot of help that's been here for a long time, and I think that's kind of important nowadays too. You could talk to us this year, and I talked to a guy the other day that was telling me he talked to Brooks a year ago. In other words, and so on, and remembered him. So I'm just saying that we leave an impression on you is what I'm trying to say. So anyway. All right. So it is Brandon Ritter's day in
is.
sales. Is that right?
It is. Come
So
look
what
for the
number do
skinny
you
guy.
want them to call you? Can they call you right now?
They can call me right now.
Okay.
They can call me on my cell phone at 542-7794. That's a
Is it on?
302 area code. Yeah.
So
It's
somebody
attached to my
can
hip.
call you right now and talk about whatever they want to talk
Whatever
about.
they want to do right here. So
Okay.
I've got it. I answer phone calls up to about 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm
Golly
really
day.
here for anybody.
Easy now.
Yeah. Just don't call me after midnight.
Well, they're in different time zones.
Well, if you're in England, do not call me after midnight.
All right. So anyway, but sheds, carports, that's something you really personally specialize. But they want to talk to you about a trailer
Anything
or
here.
whatever. You're you're here. And
I'll explain the design of socks that we sell if I have
Oh,
to.
the thread count.
Yes.
The thread count.
Yes, I'm
All
here
right.
for the customer, so just come in and look for Brandon. I'm known for my little black cat and
Okay.
my scrawny stature. So.
Okay. So 542-7794.
Yep.
And they can give you a call. Please don't call him late at night or anything like that.
Yeah, I have
But-
3 little ones at home.
Okay. So anyway,
Brooks,
and-
I'm on the radio. I can't answer your phone call right
oh,
now.
what Brooks is calling you?
Yeah.
Well, you
So-
said to call right now.
Call right now. Yeah, he'll be over here. Anyway, if you sell Brooks something today, I'll give you a free cruise.
Awesome.
Not something. Hold on. Let me back up. Let me back up. You'll be selling him a flashlight out there,
Yeah.
or a pair of
Pair of
socks.
socks.
You sell Brooks a shed or a carport, and I'll probably send you on a free cruise. Not Brooks, Brandon. All right.
It's a
Anyway, anything else?
That's it.
Wellers.com. There's a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff is there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Okay.
every shed we have in stock is on our website as well.
Okay.
But you can also see all the trailers we have in
Do we
stock.
really have 40, 50 sheds out there?
We absolutely do.
Do we have over 50?
I believe we're a little bit over 50. Yep.
Golly, dang.
Yeah.
I look out there, and one day there's 3 or 4 getting unloaded and 2 or 3 going out, and I'm like, man, this is one busy place.
We get them by the tractor trailer load.
Do you really?
We do.
Wow.
And it's a good variety. It's not like 40 or 50 of the same shed.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's
Okay.
a very good variety.
Not. All right. So anyway, 337-8228 is the store number. But if you want to get right to Brandon, it's 542-7794. Just call him, tell him you heard him on the radio. Tell us how he looked on the radio. All right.
Ugly.
Okay.
Goofy looking as normal.
Goofy looking as normal. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
I'm going to leave you.
All right. Thanks.
See ya. All right. We're going to go outside in a little while. But is Barry from Dry Zone going to be on?
Yes, he's running a little late, is what I was
He's
told.
running late. Barry, you better step it up. If you get stopped for speeding, it ain't on me. All right? Give him that special 1-800 number if you get stopped for speeding. All right. Well, you take your time getting here, all right, Barry? And as long as it's before 7:45, we're happy. No, we're just messing with him. Barry from Dry Zone is going to be here in a little bit. He is a wealth of information, and he almost amazes me every week with some new little gizmo or product that Dry Zone has to offer. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to him getting here because it's always something different, something new. I mean, it's all
For
the
all we
stuff
know,
that
he
they
could be
have.
bringing donuts today.
That sounds great. You know me. And
Them
food.
Apple, what are they called?
Oh, the ones from
T.S. Smith's, yes.
Ooh, they're-
I
Apple-
can't have them. Don't even get them, Barry. I can't even have them. Okay?
I can eat his if you want to get them.
And you shouldn't eat mine.
I shouldn't. I know.
Okay? All right. Anyway. Oh, my gosh. I can't say this on the radio. I ought to say it, though. Mention my name. Tell them you're on your way to Weller Does Delmarva. Okay? Somebody that's on their way here just got stopped for speeding. I can't believe that the cops are listening and they stopped somebody that's coming to the show. They targeted him. Anyway. All right, everybody, let's move on. The speed limit signs are for real. They really mean something. Okay?
We're gonna have to get some like Weller Does Delmarva bumper stickers.
Yeah,
made up that
they're
way.
going to mean nothing. They'll be the target. They'll be the target. And here's a tip for you when you get stopped for speeding. The first words out of your mouth shouldn't be, I wasn't speeding. They should be, I wasn't aware of my exact speed. Okay, so I wasn't consciously speeding. All right? Anyway, I was unconsciously doing it. All right. What is next, Brooks? I'm out of time here. I'm almost. Did I mention the spinning wheel already?
You did, but you should mention it again.
I should mention it again. Just mention it again. I'm going to mention it, everybody. The spinning wheel. You can't see it, but it's over in the corner, and it's waiting there patiently. We are going to spin that thing. We're going to have Sean from First Class Heating and Air do it in the 8:30 hour, and we got a whole bunch of gifts, and all you simply have to do, and most people know it by now, is guess a number from 1 to 12.
Yeah.
And you have to dial our phone number, 337-7300, and say, hey, here's my guess. You make sure I win, and give me a call back and tell me what I won. So anyway, that's that. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is what? Jerry's Lawn Care.
Yep.
He keeps this place looking good. I got to give him credit. They come in, they spray the weeds in certain areas, then they weed whack all the other areas, and then they cut the grass, and they keep us looking good. There's a lot to maneuver around cutting the grass here at Weller's in Bridgeville. Okay? So first of all, Jerry's Lawn Care does that. They also install irrigation systems. Now it's getting hot out. You want to keep your lawn irrigated. You want to keep it looking good. they install irrigation systems, or they'll work on one that you already have if you need some help for it. Another thing they do is pavers. Very busy time of the year with pavers. People are putting in patios or sidewalks or a whole driveway or whatever they want. And anyway, so they do pavers, and they actually are certified, and they sell E.P. Henry pavers. So anyway, but they are a certified paver installer, so they're not just Chuck in a truck. It's Jerry and his team that is certified also. He clears lots. So like if you got a wooded lot, you're going to build a house, or you just want to get rid of some trees, or you've got some that have blown over or just rotten and you're scared to death they are going to blow over. He can clear the entire lot. He can come in and selectively take down some trees. Or maybe you want a tree took down that you're going to take to a sawmill and make something out of it. He can do that. And then you say, well, what do I do with the stumps? They've got me stumped. Well, if you've got a stump, Jerry can grind that stump up, or he can dig it completely out. So Jerry's Lawn Care does lawn care. They do irrigation systems. They do pavers. And they also do tree and stump removal. So really good guy. Very friendly. Very knowledgeable, very honest, very fairly priced. And if you give Jerry a call, his estimates are free. He's been in business in this community over 10 years. I've dealt with him for years, and I really like him, and I think he'll treat you fair. His phone number, 363-6025, 363-6025, okay? 363-6025, or JLC-LLC.com on the web, JLC-LLC.com on the web. Okay, when some of our guests arrive, it's going to be very interesting. We have some really great conversations here to talk about. Now, should I go outside since Barry's not here? We really don't have time for me to do that. But, folks, I'm making an outside trip today, hopefully. We have got what? Let's describe it. It's a brand new Hallmark trailer.
That's correct. Yep.
Nice thing about Hallmark that we have learned is they are a nationwide company, so now we're going to be selling trailers all over the United States of America. But they're a good company, been around a long time. They make enclosed trailers. This is an aluminum enclosed trailer, right?
Yes.
It's like 5 foot wide, 8 foot long.
Yep.
But it's real lightweight, so you can pull it like behind a small vehicle. You don't need a big truck or anything like that to pull it.
That's correct.
But it has a lot of other neat features to it that I've never seen in any brand of trailer before.
Absolutely.
All right, so can I save that for when I go outside?
Yeah, I don't want to tell them
Okay.
too much because they really want to need to go to My Cozy TV or
Yeah,
go to
watch
Weller
us.
Does Delmarva and watch this because you're really going to want to see it. And if you're listening on the radio and you can't watch it now,
Watch
go to,
it later
yeah,
on the stream.
Yeah, go to Weller Does Delmarva a little bit later
I got
and
to
see
jump
it.
on you on that one.
You did.
Okay.
You were thinking the same.
Right. I was just saying it faster. You had your foot on the pedal. All right, so we're going to spin the wheel in a little bit, right? We got Barry from Dry Zone coming. I actually think Kevin Short from Mid-South Audio might stop by and say hi, too. Here's Barry. Get on over here, young man. Let's hear all about it. All right, what's the speed they got you for?
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad? No, word's this, a breathalyzer? No. All right, why don't you use the microphone today?
All right, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Better now that I'm here.
All right, where'd you get stopped at?
I didn't get stopped.
Oh, he didn't get stopped. Okay.
I'm innocent until proven guilty.
Really? Well, here's the thing. You may say all of that. Do they have photo radar here in Delaware yet?
They're playing with it because I know one of my friends says she was testing it out on a state police car where they can actually run the tag and then take pictures.
Really? Mail it to you. What do you want to talk about today? Something with Dry Zone?
Oh yeah, a little bit about Dry Zone and
Man, they're an
humidity.
amazing company.
Humidity problems.
Humidity? You
Like
think?
we've got out there today. Holy cow! Just
I can only
imagine.
imagine what the underneath of a house could look like on a humid day.
Right. Well, just think how this morning like my truck had moisture all over it
Right.
from the fog and stuff. Well, it's about the same thing that's under your house on a nice humid
Except
day.
on a much bigger scale.
Yes, and since you don't see it and don't go down there, most people don't. It's doing damage to your home.
And what you offer is you do free tours.
Yes.
You would take a homeowner under the house and show them all around if they want.
If they want, I've got an extra suit in the truck. They can climb on down there with me, or if they
Or
prefer,
they can let you go and take pictures.
and I'll take pictures and bring them up, and we can take them and show them and help answer their concerns
So-
or show them.
In humid weather, there are more problems under your house than than
Yes.
you may realize.
Yeah,
Humidity affects under your house. Is what you're
absolutely, because it's always cool down there, and you have hot, humid air that comes in, and then condensation forms on the wood, the insulation, your HVA system. It is an environment where mold, mildew, and microbial growth can happen. And if let go, just besides it looking bad, it's working on the wood. It's slowly rotting it away.
saying. Right.
And then
Creates a smell. and
it
odor.
creates an odor. It's an unhealthy environment
Breeds
for
different little
kids
critters.
and people. And oh yes, it's another ecosystem. You got bugs and
Right.
bigger bugs and other things that go down there.
Ugly bugs.
Oh my gosh! So our goal is, for some people who don't know, is to show them what's going on. Some people get it and then they're doing preventive maintenance, and other people it's, oh, my floor is sinking. What's happening?
Right. Right.
So it's an
it's gotten
after effect.
spongy.
Right. So this is one of the devices we use here.
But
This is-
really and truly, Barry, if somebody calls, they're going to get you. I mean, there's a whole team of you.
yes,
But if they're listening to you and say, I want to deal with that guy,
absolutely.
they can deal with you.
They can give me a call.
And you're really going to go crawl. You personally are going to really go crawl.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, when I leave the show here, I'm heading down to Stockton, Maryland, to go visit a crawl space, and I
Are
think
ya?
they've nicknamed it Titanic because it's sinking. It's very wet down that way.
All right. These are some ugly pictures.
Yes, we had some pictures sent up.
Are
I
they
think
on
they have
there?
them.
Colin?
Colin, do you have them up?
Are they on?
There's 4 bad ones. We have some, and they have a variety. Like there's one here.
Are these exaggerated pictures?
No.
These are real, legitimate pictures.
Sometimes I wish they weren't that bad when I'm crawling down there.
I bet not. Do you wear a mask?
Oh yeah, we wear a
Okay.
mask, a suit. Sometimes I feel like I should have an aqua
gun?
suit or something. Like we've got some here with where the floor joist is rotting out
And you just have to crawl all through that.
and try to fit in there. Yeah.
And but you take pictures, right?
Yes, so we take pictures
Okay.
to show the homeowner the issues and concerns, and then we'll talk about and discuss what they want to do and how we can correct it.
Okay.
And the bottom line is when we go to the last picture, we can make it.
That's hard to believe that it can look that nice.
Yes, and then some people said, well, I'm not going to live down there. It says, well, you're living above it.
That's true.
You're
Right, it
living
all
above
starts
it.
on the ground.
It starts on the ground. So we can actually fix wood problems if there's any there, dry it out, and make it, and we're protecting your investment.
I would say you are.
Because the challenge is if under these other 4 pictures, if a home inspector comes and visits your house and you're getting ready to sell your home, you're going to get a pretty bad
I would
review.
almost think anybody thinking about selling their home right now or in the near future ought to just call for a free estimate and inspection anyway.
Absolutely. We do it all the time, and we show them how to fix the home
Okay.
and take care of that.
Really? Is this what is this? A
That's a
humidor?
That's a hygrometer, and that gives us shows us the temperature and the humidity downstairs.
Okay. Okay. So you really know what you're doing.
And we
with.
take pictures of
This
that while
isn't
we're
like
down there.
a guesswork thing.
No, we'll say, yeah, it's humid down there. We actually
Yeah.
show exactly what it is, and in
Okay.
reference to what it is outside.
Okay.
And
And,
usually-
then when you're done, you can do the same thing when it's conditioned.
Correct, and
All right.
and show them how we fixed it for them.
Give me a phone number.
866-471-7962.
866-471-7962.
Yep, it'll ring right directly to me.
Now, somebody could call
They
you right
call
now.
me right now if they wanted to.
No kidding. I want somebody to call Barry. Act like you're really interested and that you own multiple houses.
Yep,
Get
it's-
him all psyched up here.
And it's 866-471-7962.
They
Give me
can
a
really
ring.
call you and it'll go right to your phone.
Go right to me.
That's pretty good service.
And the only time that it might go to voicemail is if
you're
I'm
at the stock car
and then that too. If I'm in the water underneath
Or
the
in
house.
the water. The other thing is dryzone.com on the web, right?
Yes, they can go there and they can get in contact with us that way. They can also review all of our people who spoke about us, and they can
Oh,
also look at other
testimonials.
testimonials. They can look at videos, anything.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to say thank you, Barry. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Be
Sorry for my
careful out
tardiness.
there, okay?
All right, see ya.
Oh, that's all right. We stayed on the show anyway. All right, so that was Barry from Dry Zone. He's a good guy. I highly recommend him. I've dealt with Dry Zone. My daughter's dealt with Dry Zone. I like them. They're good people. We're going to take a break from the radio real quick. We'll be back with more Weller Does Delmarva. All right, so we're going to continue on. We're still on the stream, and we're still on TV, and we're still here. So we've had a good morning so far. I do think Kevin Short's going to stop by, and I know Sean from First Class Heating and Air is going to stop by. And we've got a lot to talk about here still, and we're going to go outside, and I think Jack Riddle might be stopping by. So we've got a lot going on.
We have a very full next hour.
Yes, we do. I don't know what we're going to get done. So let me move on with Walls Service Center. Colin has left. Colin has left the building, but Walls Service Center is owned and operated by my good friend Colin Walls. And I want to tell you that you will not be disappointed if you allow them to work on your automobile. They're good people. He's been in business 58 years. That doesn't mean that Colin is that old. It means that he's the third generation that has run this business. And they do everything from they can just replace a muffler to a complete nice new, muffler system. A lot of people like to put dual exhaust on and stuff like that, or they're fixing up some kind of a car and they want some a custom exhaust system. They can do that. All right, they also do things like brakes, and they also do things like, brakes and rotors and serpentine belts and air conditioners. And did I mention they can work on your automotive air conditioner? Even if you have like a farm tractor or like I think probably a backhoe or a piece of construction equipment that has an air conditioner, as long as it's what's called an automotive style air conditioner, they can work on it. And what I keep trying to tell people is they have five, count them, five.
1, 2,
Yeah, that's
3,
good,
4,
Brooks.
5.
Five of these machines, and people say, I don't care if they have 5 machines because I only need one of them when they work on my car. The point to that is if you're listening right now and you have an air conditioner that's not working and you call Colin and he's got 5 machines where they can work on 5 different cars at one time compared to you call somebody else that's got one machine, you're going to get in quicker, you're going to get better service, and you're going to have air conditioning sooner. So if you want air conditioning now and you want it soon and you want it right and you want to know an estimate before they do it and a company that sticks to their estimate, it's Walls Service Center. When I talk about them, it's like I'm just talking about all the different things they offer, but they are a really good automotive repair facility. And in fact, this is not even a paid commercial. This is just me saying they're good people. Deal with them. So the phone number is 422-8110, 422-8110. Their phone number, you can just call them, 7:30 to 5, 7:30 to 5:30. 7:30 to 5:30, it gives you time to get your vehicle dropped off or picked up. 7:30 to 5:30, and that would be Monday through Friday. Then on Saturday, it's 8 to noon. So anyway, you give them a call, 422-8110, and you can go to, are you putting them sound effects on there? And Brooks is having a good time over there. Anyway, or their website is wallservicecenter.com, and you can request an appointment there, something as simple as an oil change. If you want something just like a wiper blade or a bulb, you don't even need an appointment for that. You can just pull on in, and they will take care of you. So I want Jack Riddle to come over and have a seat if he would. I'm going to ask him a couple very pertinent banking questions, live, unplanned, unrehearsed. Okay. Oh, we're going to talk Rotary this morning.
That's what I'm working for this morning.
Oh, okay. So
That's
today,
okay. You can ask a banking
today
question.
you're not doing the banking.
I'm just delivering Rotary trail guides this morning.
All right.
So
Do
I
you have
thought
one
I'd
to
stop
show
in.
us?
I got a whole bunch of them in the car.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, do you want to go? Is the
Could
car
you-
right there?
Huh? Yeah. Can we go get them?
Yeah. Why don't you?
Okay.
All right.
Right.
This is something neat, everybody. Jack is a very dedicated Rotarian, and he's in a very active Rotary club. Not to mention, most Rotary clubs are pretty active. But anyway, here he is. Here's our other guest is coming on in a few minutes. But anyway, we're going to get Jack back in here in just a second so he can show us what he's doing today. But anyway, Brooks, are you having a good time over there?
I am.
What a morning we're having.
Yes.
All right.
It's a
Hey,
lot of-
the callers have slowed down. If you have not called to enter to win, it's 337-7300. One call does it all. And all you got to do is leave your name and number and guess the number 1 through 12, okay? And then we will enter you in to be eligible to win when we spin the prize wheel, okay? Now, this is Jack Riddle, the Rotarian today. Jack actually wears many, many, many hats, and he does a good job, and he's a good public servant. And most days, I'm really fond of him, okay?
Most days.
Most days. So, and he does his best work when he's sleeping. No.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
All right, today,
Yep.
your Rotary Club is called which one?
Lewis Rehoboth Rotary.
How long
And-
have you been involved?
About 10 years.
Wow.
About 10 years.
And you
10 years.
appear to be an extremely active Rotary Club.
There's a lot of Rotary clubs. Most every town's got one, and they're all busy. They're all doing things. They're all raising money.
Because
They're
it's all community minded.
and it's all putting money back in the community.
Correct.
Every dollar we raise, there's no paid people hanging around.
Okay.
It's all volunteer. So it's just a good thing. They make a big difference. We give away a lot of scholarship money. We fund a lot of events. One of the things we were talking about is
This
this
is
trail
a very
guide, which
nice
you can
book.
see on TV.
Yep. It's a trail
you
guide
can-
for
right.
walking or biking, right?
Yep. And you can pick them up here at Weller's
Okay.
because
What
one
are
of
they, like
one
a
of the-
dollar a piece?
No, I think today they're free.
Today they're free.
And we have
They're
some
always
great
free.
sponsors in here. We have
Yep,
Wellers in here.
in there, and
And we have,
many
would you see
sponsors.
that? Rusty
Yep.
Rudder's in
Rusty
here. You know
Rudder,
him.
Yep.
He,
Seafood
you
Buffet,
know, Alex, he was good enough to do it. And
Lingo Realty,
yep, and I think there's a,
the Fairfield Inn. Look at all those
look at all
ads.
these
That's
folks.
so nice.
These are great people.
Oh, there's a bank in
there's
there.
a bank in here.
Okay,
Community
Community
Bank's
Bank.
in here. Yep, they're in here.
All
But
right.
yeah, it's what it is we decided a couple of years ago that it was a good idea to give people a easy guide to go all the walking trails. And there's a ton
Especially
of
all the
walking and
visitors
biking
we have.
trails, right? So you can pick these up here at Weller's. We've got them in the lobby here. I'm actually taking a big stack of them up to Jimmy's Grill because
Okay.
Jimmy's Grill goes through them like
Well,
water.
Get some French toast while you're there.
So that's what I'm doing today. And
All right.
yeah, I'm not working at the bank today, so I'm not
Okay.
doing Rotary stuff. And I thought
you
I'd
were there
stop in.
yesterday.
I was there yesterday, and a lot going on. It's a very busy time. Interest rates are down. A lot of people are interested in doing things. We're doing a lot of talking. A lot of people are trying to do things before rates go up. So there's a lot
Well, that's the nice
going on.
thing about Community Bank is you can talk to the bank.
You can. You
It's
can.
not some
You never know. You
1-800
know, the
number.
president of the bank may be walking around.
You never know,
or the
right?
chairman may be walking through the lobby, and you say, "Hey, I want to talk to you for a minute."
Right.
That kind of happens.
That's truly the value
So-
of a community bank. But you know, a lot of your people at the bank, they're involved in civic things.
They are. We encourage it. We have a charity of the month where our people get to give us the name of a charity, and we collect money all month, and the bank kicks in some money, and we give that money away. So we have
Wow.
people, if you work for us and you have a charity you care about, it gets on the list. We give money to those folks. You know, it's all about, the bank's supposed to make money, which we do, but it doesn't go anywhere. It goes to the owners of the bank, which they all live in
And back
Sussex
into the
County,
community.
and it goes all back into the community. That's what we try to do. So
All
stop
right.
in and get your free today.
Okay.
Free every day, really. In the
All right.
lobby, get your trail guide here from at Weller's in Bridgeville.
All right. Thank you, Jack.
All right, thanks.
All right. Have a good day and a good weekend. All right, everybody. You're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. We've had a very busy morning, and that was Jack Riddle, and he's a good guy. And so, Jack, you can watch that later at WellerDoesDelmarva.com if you want. But we've had a lot of phone calls. Just want to let people know we are going to spin the prize wheel after 8:30. We're going to get Sean from First Class to do it. I see Kevin Short has arrived. Do you want to talk a little bit, Kevin? Okay. So Kevin Short is here. For those of you that know him, if you're watching on TV, you will notice he's sporting a new hairdo. I'm sure he's invested a lot of time into this. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm well.
Good. And I'm Weller. You're well? I'm Weller. All right. So first of all, what brings you to this side? Well, first let me tell everybody who you are. This is Kevin Short, owner-operator, El Presidente of Mid-South Audio, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so that's that. Good friend of mine, good local guy, and you're coming over this way because you're going to an event.
Nanticoke Riverfest
Okay,
is
now-
on all weekend. Started yesterday,
Okay, and are you?
We're
doing-
providing. We provide. This is I don't know it's our 13th or 14th year.
Okay,
there.
providing sound.
Sound. Yeah, all the production
Equipment?
for
Okay.
Riverfest.
Any
and,
lighting?
Lighting,
Okay.
sound, staging. We have the main stage. We have the sound on the main stage, and they have a government stage this year, which they've done the last few years, and that's
Government
only
stage.
right on the government steps of City Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again,
So-
these are some of the things that Mid-South Audio provides. You're saying the actual stage that people are standing on, the microphones,
Yep.
the wires, and the amps, and
We even do
everything.
some paging town-wide so they can make announcements,
Oh, really?
about what's going
Like
on.
you would put
or-
speakers up through the town?
Yeah, there's a couple locations where there's
Really?
speakers up, and they can announce lost children, or that there's an event coming up, or
Lost parents.
lost parents. Yeah,
Lost dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Lost dog owner.
So I understand things went fairly well last night. A little bit of
Okay.
rain, not a lot, but
Okay.
and
And your staff is doing the
Mm-hmm.
the work more or less. In other words, you're not only providing the equipment, But they're saying, hey, we don't even want to learn how to run this stuff. Just
Oh, right.
do it
Yeah,
all.
yeah. It's a turnkey production.
Turnkey.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So anyway, how long have you been in business again?
This is we're going to be 27 years in September.
No kid. Can you remember when it started?
Uh-huh.
No kid. Can you remember your first dollar?
I remember my first debt. So,
I do too. Hey, do you remember your first bad check?
I do. Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any file bankruptcy on you?
I thought the world had come to an end.
Yes,
I mean,
that's quite a jolt when you get your
it
first
sure
bad
is.
check.
Because when you're starting out, every
check is spent before you get it.
Critical. Yes. And then when you get that notice in the mail that, hey, this one's no good.
Yeah, it's no good. Get excited about its arrival.
And then you get tricks like people send you checks that they don't sign. You know.
Oh yeah.
Then just so they can get extra
Checks
few
in the
days.
mail.
Yeah, So, yeah, I remember those days, and they're.
Have you had any about file bankruptcy on you?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
And
zinger.
we could talk about that. Yeah.
Let's not name names
Yeah,
or show
yeah,
pictures.
Yeah. No, we won't talk about
It's challenging
We won't talk
being
about
in
which
business.
hotel in Salisbury.
Right.
There's no need to go there.
No.
That's next.
Not
to the
today.
river.
Yeah. Well, that's a teaser for next week's
Between
show.
that and the hospital.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, it is
9.
fun being in business.
Yes,
It
it
keeps
is.
your blood pressure pumping.
It sure does. Yeah.
And you have a great team. It seems like all
We do.
of your guys are very
And I tell you,
knowledgeable.
this has been we staffed the Freeman Stage.
Okay.
The Freeman Stage is having an event today, which is a unique event for them. Once a year, they do what they call the White Party, which is they completely change their venue. Where the seats becomes a giant tent. They put everybody in a tent. It's a fundraiser for them.
Okay.
So everything that we've put in the Freeman Stage for the last month had to come out after the Justin Moore show on Thursday night.
Okay.
So our guys were there till a little after 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
And then they were back at work at 8 a.m. So
That's a good group.
and they started at 7 a.m. that morning.
For
so,
you, can we talk?
I left
about,
them at midnight. So which
Somebody had to get home.
So somebody had to make sure they were going to be there the next
And
morning.
you thought maybe
so.
the phone was going to ring at 1.
But I got a great, a really, really great staff. It takes
You
a lot
do.
of
I've
dedication
seen them.
to
They're
do that.
workers. Now, can I ask about the concert that was canceled?
Yeah, we could talk
Was
about that.
Weird or somebody made a threat or something?
Yeah, the Freeman Stage did they had no option. They had to make sure that.
Oh, I
that-
thought
that
it was
the-
admirable
that the people were safe.
to think about the safety of people.
There
I mean,
was-
what a heavy decision.
There, you saw the video file. There were 2 knuckleheads that walked into the
Yeah.
information booth and basically said they wanted a ticket to a sold out event. They couldn't get a ticket, and the conversation progressed to the point where they said, "Well, what if we just show up and jump the fence with our guns?" And at that point, you got to kind of
Right.
take it seriously.
Yeah, because who would just dream up a statement like that?
Right. And and I think the guy turned himself in. I think it was I don't know. I have no idea if he was intoxicated or what the situation was, but I mean he did turn himself in the next day, and apparently what I hear is that the other gentleman who didn't actually speak is turning himself in next week.
Really,
So
he
might
wanted to
have been-
get caught up on.
there
some
may have been some papers.
honeydew
There
projects.
may have been some papers to get in order. So we're not sure.
Okay, I thought he had like a bunch of honeydew projects
no,
he wanted to
no.
get done before he
But
turned himself in.
the patrons, people stood outside. I think what people didn't understand the most is they were standing outside in the rain. There was a slight rain, and so people I think initially thought maybe this is being canceled because of the rain, which had nothing to do with it. It
Right.
was because they wanted to keep people safe. And the reason they held the crowd was because if the cops had been able to find these 2 guys and put
Then
them
there
in
would have been
handcuffs,
nothing to worry
there had
about.
been a show.
Right.
And believe me, the band wanted to do the show. They were already
Right.
there. They'd been there. They'd set up.
He
and
had done the sound checks and
and now
everything.
they've got to come back because
Yep.
it was their call. So everybody did the right thing. It was just very, very unfortunate.
I
and-
was proud of whoever made that decision
Yeah. Well.
because the business side of you is like just let's do the show. Let's but then because I couldn't imagine because that's kind of like a first for our area.
Yeah. The liability if
Yeah.
someone had gotten hurt, if someone
Oh,
had shown up with a gun,
and not just the liability, just the fact that you had a little something that you could have prevented it.
Yeah. It's just sad that we're living in a world where you get somebody that's that.
But that one's
knuckleheaded
close to home.
To say,
We're talking Sussex County,
Yeah.
Delaware.
Yep.
Isn't that something? I bet the person that got that message was a little shook up.
Yeah,
You know, the one that
person.
already-
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah, and you know, and a lot of these since since the shootings in Orlando at the autograph table, this year with a couple of artists, the artists have they're concerned.
Yes.
Because they're meeting people face to face. They don't know. You want to think that all these fans are great and wonderful people, but
Right.
sometimes they're not.
Right.
And so we this year there's been increased heightened security backstage. But this was an issue that this wasn't really about backstage. This was somebody
didn't know
was gonna
where.
jump the fence. Yeah,
Yeah, jump the
and
fence.
that was for the crowd. So they did the right thing. We've been really proud of our relationship with. I think this is the 9th year for Freeman, and we've been involved since day one. And
Wow.
it's a great organization. They got some great shows lined up. Next week they've got Pat Benatar and Melissa Etheridge, and the Beach Boys, and then the week after that is Huey Lewis and the News, and I mean there's a lot of other shows.
You
They
provide the
just-
sound for all these people.
sound, lights, and video.
Sound, light, and video.
Labor.
All you need is an MC.
That's there you go.
Little short bald-headed one.
There you go.
All right, Kevin, is there anything else you want to tell us about?
No, I'm
I
glad
actually
you're
have
doing
a bottle
well.
of water for you.
I'm fine, thanks. But
I broke the seal now.
there you go. I'll take it. There's no problem.
Anyway,
I'm glad to see you're doing well.
I'm doing pretty good. I went back on the 30th of June, and I actually didn't realize this, but before I went back on the 30th of June, I read through my paperwork and realized I could have drove 5 days sooner. I drove all night long to make up for it. After 30 days after my surgery, I could have drove, and here it was 35 days, and I
Yeah.
finally read that paper.
There
So
you go.
always read your discharge papers. They're semi-important. But I'm feeling pretty good. Everything is going good.
So you're not riding in the back anymore?
No.
No, you're okay.
I'm scared to put my seatbelt across my chest. They said I can. I'm
Yeah.
just nervous about it.
I can understand that.
I'm afraid it's going to wear a hole or something's going to... I met a man yesterday that had heart surgery that took a very bad fall afterwards, and the metal that they put around your rib cage, he snapped them all but one. And they didn't cut him back open to fix him. He had to rest for 6 months.
Wow.
That is scary. I have an x-ray I could show you of my chest x-ray,
Uh-huh.
and where they cut your rib cage. What are you telling me? I'm out of time? I'm doing the talking.
I know.
Brooks
I'm
is
just-
over there telling me I'm out of time. I got to stop. He's saying.
I got to keep you on track if you want to go
Okay.
outside.
All right. Well, anyway, let me finish, please. Anyway, if you were here, folks, you would see how demanding Brooks is. But anyway, I got a picture of and you can see these little wires where your rib cage
Well, yeah,
meets.
tied together. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And somebody told me if I were to be cremated after I die, if I were to be cremated, that those wires will be in the ashes.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. But I met a man yesterday that had this surgery, and he fell or did something that snapped him,
Wow.
or jarred him loose or
Right,
whatever,
right.
and they didn't cut him back open to
Some sort
rewire
of
it.
impact. They just let it grow
They
back.
just let it grow back.
Wow.
But he said, man, he was laid up for 6 months.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, the wire's only there to hold you together so you heal naturally. So
Right.
that would make sense
Yeah.
if they could immobilize him.
Yeah.
Can I say something about this? This sounds good.
I'd rather you not. But go ahead.
I think
No,
it's.
I'm
I
just
think
kidding you.
I was in here 2 weeks ago and just to take a listen, but I think the echo's gone.
Well, you know something else I haven't addressed yet?
What's that?
The air conditioner.
Well, I heard it when I was on
Uh-oh.
the way here, so I've addressed it with Brooks when I walked in the door.
Oh,
It was the
okay.
first thing we discussed.
Okay. I haven't got to that yet. I'm winging it.
There's 2 issues. There's the compressor.
Okay.
And then there's there's that.
Yes.
That you just heard come on, and then there's the air moving. But
Okay. No, because it'd be hot in here.
Yeah. But
We'll take the little bit of background noise.
We can figure that out. So.
You know how hard it is to get air conditioning in the background?
There you go. There
Right.
you go.
That's rare. Not every radio/TV/internet show has that.
That's right. That's
All right. Well, I appreciate Mid-South Audio helping us with all this. This is an example.
This was a lot of fun.
Did you
And,
notice how
Brooks
nice they
all the
did it
work.
on the ceiling?
Yeah, I do. It looks good.
Yeah, Brooks did do a great job.
Looks really good. And I think the Echo is now they last about 2 years, and then you'll have to
Okay.
get because they'll be full Echo, and then you'll have to replace them. That's 'cause
I don't just take them outside and
you were
shake them
thinking,
out.
No.
Okay, so
completely replace.
And there's
them.
probably
Yeah.
a special crew that comes in and removes
In
all
fact,
these.
We'll remove them, and then 2 years later, after we'll get them out, and then we'll bring
Okay.
them back. So you only have to rotate a couple sets.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, that's great to know.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to that, Kevin.
Okay. All right. It was great seeing you.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me.
856-6993 if you want to talk to Kevin. 856-6993, MidSouthAudio.com. And I'm going to leave you, okay? Thank you, Kevin. All right, are we going outside? I don't even know what to do now. I'm so far behind.
No, you're good to go outside.
All right, what do I do? Take my headset off?
Yep, and then grab the blue mic.
Grab the blue mic. Okay, folks, now we're going outside. All right, we're going to go talk about a trailer. And it's right out here. I guess Brandon, maybe make sure the camera looks right.
Yep.
But this is a Hallmark. I need to be turned around. It's a Hallmark trailer, brand spanking new, of course. Aluminum. So all the framing, the sides, the frame, everything is aluminum. The purpose of that is it's real lightweight, more, going to be less gas mileage or better gas mileage. But you can pull it with a smaller vehicle. So it has a ramp door like here on the back. Hope it doesn't weigh more than 20 pounds. It does. I'm not picking it up. So anyway, but it has a ramp door so you could drive something up in it. And then it has this lid like this, which is really neat. You can just pull it down like that. So if you got something a little taller you want to put in there, or you don't want to bang your head when you're loading it up, but it's just a really versatile little trailer. 5 foot wide, 8 foot long. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, and it has LED lights.
Yep.
And does it have torsion suspension, do you know?
It does have torsion suspension.
All right, so it has torsion suspension. So it's a real nice trailer. And is this available in more than one size or only this size?
I believe it is available in more than one size.
All right, almost tripped you up. That
You
voice is
almost
Brandon. So if you have any questions about this trailer, give Brandon a call or stop in. I see it even has some little D-rings in the side, so if you need to strap something to the side or, put it in there and strap it down or secure it or whatever, it's just a nice, small, 5 foot wide, 8 foot long. Like I say, the lid opens up. What's this remind me of? Like on a pickup where they have it where it lifts up, in other words.
I don't think it's called a tonneau cover, but it's like
it's like that, yeah.
almost like a lid for
Right.
a truck.
So anyway, but that way if you need to walk up in there, it's tilted. Even the framing on that is aluminum. So anyway, stop into Weller's, take a look at this. Hallmark is a well-known brand. We even have a Hallmark vendor trailer we talked about last week.
Yep.
But we have a real loaded car trailer we just got in, and we're going to be continually stocking up on Hallmark trailers. So if you want one, give Brandon a call, 542-7794, or stop in the store and talk to anybody. But we'll take good care of you. We'll treat you right. There's one thing we don't really say this enough, but I do want to say we won't be undersold. If you want a trailer, whether you're looking on the internet or whether you're looking anywhere, we got a can do, we'll do attitude. We're not going to give them away or lose money, but if anybody else can do it, we can do it, and we're going to give you more service than anybody else is going to. So,
Absolutely.
all right, I'm going to go back inside.
No
Okay.
problem.
All right. So that was our outside adventure for the day, and that's pretty good. And so now I'm coming back in. I'm going to put my headphones on. Brooks, you have to talk for a minute.
I was talking to Kevin though. It was so much fun. My mic is on.
Turn your mic on.
You need
Brooks.
your headphones on so you can hear me.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, that's a nice trailer out there.
That is a very
All
nice trailer.
aluminum, real lightweight. You can pull it with a smaller vehicle. It's got the torsion suspension,
Yep.
LED lights. All we need to do is get it sold. The only lights I want to see are the tail lights. That's me, Kevin. Somebody wanting to win the prize wheel. Anyway, the only lights I want to see are the tail lights. Now, I have to tell you a little testimonial. If you're out there and you're listening, and you're thinking about advertising on Weller Does Delmarva, how quick does it normally work? Rick Fowler sends me a note. Just had our first customer who watched us on your show bringing in 2 laptops. Now, I know it took a little while. Probably took 15, 20 minutes for that to happen. But I'm just letting you know. And this is a very unique form of advertising. You figure we're on the radio. And we're on the radio station's app. And we're on the radio station stream. Then we're also streaming it here. And then we're also on TV. So I don't know where else you could buy that much coverage. So if you want to be involved in the show or advertise, I have a few openings. All right. Brooks, what have I missed? The spinning wheel. You got to guess a number, 1 through 12, and that's all you do is you dial 337-7300, leave your name and number, and say, I'm guessing number such and such. If when we spin the wheel, it lands on that number, you will win that prize. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Is there any handling fee to win the free prize?
There's no handling fee. There's no fee for parking, no fee for air conditioning. They don't even have to buy anything when they come in.
Okay.
They can if they want.
That's optional.
Yes, that's optional.
Mandatory in my eyes, but anyway. Jack, I was going to give you that chair, but I can't. We need to make a note to self. We need a couple chairs over here. All right. Anyway, what is the next thing? Now, here's Rick Fowler. Can I take this call?
I don't know that you can.
Rick, I'm going to answer the phone on the air. I've never done this before, okay? I hope he's prepared for it. Rick, you're live on the radio, okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Hello.
I'm here.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir.
And what are you calling about?
I was going to try to enter for the prize wheel if I qualify.
Oh, I thought you had some more breaking news. But you had a customer already this morning.
We've already had customers calling me before I got out the door.
I'm happy for you.
So that's a good thing. We got 2 laptops coming in, a desktop coming in, and I've already got 4 likes on my Facebook page. So advertising works.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to hang up from you and let you call back to guess for the prize wheel. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye. Well, that was just Rick Fowler. That was just a bonus. I don't know that advertising always works that quick and that good, but anyway, he has a good business and does a good job, and I'm happy he got some phone calls and likes and everything else. Can I mention all our Facebook pages again?
Absolutely.
What do we got? We got Weller's Sheds and Carports, right?
Yep.
All right, and then we've got Weller's Utility Trailers.
That's correct.
Then we got Jim Weller. I'm the one from Delaware. Don't mix me up with the other one, okay? All right? Anyway, it's really funny. There is a Jim Weller who has JimWeller.com. I don't have it. And he's constantly getting emails for me from people, and he's sending them to me. And it's just kind of funny because he's in Alaska. So I'm the Jim Weller from Delaware, but I don't own JimWeller.com at the moment. Anyway, so we got Weller's Sheds and Carports, Weller's Utility Trailers, Jim Weller, and then what else? Weller does Delmarva.
Yep, Delaware low-digit surf tags.
Delaware low-digit surf tags. If you want a low-digit surf tag, I got them all right there. All right, what is the next thing I need to do? Talk about Wilson's Auction?
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to their website. I need everybody that's listening to do the same thing because they are having a huge auction or two today, okay? I can't find their website. Oh, my goodness, Brooks. You're going to have to keep talking while I work on it.
Wow, just everything's going on over there. Got the phone ringing, got the iPad going.
Yep, the iPad is going. All right, Wilson's Auction. Listen to me. Today and every Saturday at Wilson's Auction on Route 113 in Lincoln, they have a sale. Inside, outside, all kinds of stuff, okay? So if you want to buy something, they got it. If you got stuff you want to sell, they sell it. Then on Tuesday nights, they have an auto auction at 6 o'clock right there in Lincoln. You can buy cars or you can sell cars, okay? So you can do that. Then they have a big auction today in Dover, all right? A huge auction, July 9th today. I see they got a backhoe in here and tractors and forklifts and trucks and trailers and just a lot of shop equipment and tools and so on. So you need to go to their website to learn more about that. Golly day, it starts at 10, and it's today, and it's on Central Church Road in Dover. But lots of pictures of lots of things. Wow, there's like an old, maybe a Model A, Model T, something like that. Lawn equipment, just a lot of things. So go to wilsonsauction.com, call them on the phone, 422-3454, 422-3454. On the web, it's wilsonsauction.com. Okay, so anyway, give them a call, whether you're buying, whether you're selling, whether you want to go to an auction today, you want to go to one Tuesday night, or you just want to have your own auction, liquidate everything you own, you give them a call. They'll take good care of you. Brooks, what have I missed? Anything? Nothing.
Nothing really other than us, but...
Other than us. All right. Spinning wheel is going to be very busy today.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a sound effect for it?
Well, we can put the microphone up to it and listen.
Oh
to
no,
it.
I didn't know if in your little gizmos
No.
of gizmos, if you have a sound effect.
I think we're going to need
But-
to talk to Kevin at Mid-South and maybe get some more equipment so I can have
Oh,
a
my
a
gosh.
gizmo thing and
A
then
gizmo
another
thing.
thing. I want to see how much equipment I
Kevin
can
may
put on
want
this
you
table.
to go to counseling about overspending. No. Okay. I may want you to go to counseling. You know what I realized? This is our 149th radio show.
That's a lot of shows.
We're getting ready to celebrate 3 years. Isn't that something?
That's hard to believe.
I'm proud of you, Brooks. You've really done good with this, and you've really grown through this time. You used
Thank
to
you.
stutter and
Oh, yeah.
be all nervous, and you used to have a sweat towel, and now you're just as cool and calm as a cucumber.
Yeah, microphones and cameras really made me nervous when we first started. But
Now you're not.
yeah.
All grown up.
I grew up. Yay.
All right, so 3 years, man. It's show number 149. We've been on Cozy 26 times. 20. That's half a year.
And we've been from 7 to 9 on TV.
That's right.
For 16 times.
Wow. All right, we're going to take a break from radio.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back on the radio. We're going to have Sean from First Class Heating and Air next. So we'll be back. Hi, he's coming in the door now. And we're going to continue right on TV, okay? So anyway, we're still right here on My Cozy TV, and we're also on the stream at WellerDoesDelmarva.com. And if you're watching, and I presume you are, I would love to hear from you. I simply want to know, where are you receiving us at, in other words? And so many people will leave me a message saying, I'm sitting in my living room. I'm still laying in bed in my pajamas. I'm in the kitchen carving up watermelon. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, are you in Milford, Georgetown, Fleetown, Sandtown, Uptown, Downtown? Where are you? So we're just trying to see where everybody's at. I mentioned earlier, if you have some interest in advertising on Weller Does Delmarva, or Monday through Friday from 5:30 to 7 during the Dan Gaffney Show, we even have some TV ads available. So our advertisers are getting some good results. So if you have an interest in advertising in any way, shape, or form, whether it be on TV or whether it be on this show, whether you want to be on the show, we'd love to talk to you. All talking to me is free. It only gets real when I ask you to sign something. No, we don't even have any contracts. So anyway, if you have any questions, want to be involved in any way, shape, or form, it's 337-7300. I did mention Walls Service Center earlier, didn't I?
Yes.
They're open today. Is Colin going there?
I
Is he
believe
working
so.
today?
I
He
think
needs
so.
to work at least one day a week. Okay? So anyway.
So you're inferring that he didn't work at all this
Oh,
week?
no, I didn't say it at all. I didn't say it at all. I'm just saying he needs to work at least one day a week. I could be implying he works 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay? But anyway, they're open today from 8 to noon. It's Walls Service Center right downtown Milford. Every time I think of Walls Service Center, I think of Abbott's Grill and I think of Arenas. Isn't that crazy? Just because they're so close to each other, I could take my truck, get an oil change at Walls Service Center. While I'm getting that done, I could go over to the Bicentennial Park and have a seat. I could take my dog for a walk. There's Goat Island right around the corner. If you own a goat, I'm not positive, but I think this is how it works. They have an island called Goat Island. So there's these dog parks, okay? And dogs and goats don't do well together. So if you have to be getting your vehicle worked on at Walls Service Center and you have your goat with you, they have Goat Island. So you go to Goat Island. And it's got the nicest bridge. I mean, they have spared no expense getting to this Goat Island. So anyway, I think my wife has went there and walked it a couple times. She's come home. Now all of a sudden she wants a goat. I've never seen nothing like it. So there's Goat Island. There's the dog park. There's Arenas. There's Abbott's Grill. There's Bicentennial Park. Not to mention, to cross the Mispillion River, you do not have to swim it. Okay? You can cross the bridge. Kevin liked that one. Anyway, at least somebody was listening. So anyway, Wall Service Center, give them a call. Tell them I sent you. Get your car worked on. Get your wiper blades changed. Make sure your brakes work. And more importantly, make sure your horn works. This is the time of year we have a lot of visitors to Sussex County. So it's critical that your horn works better than it ever did. Okay? I want a horn that's a person screaming. Is what I want. So anyway. All right, 422-8110. Enough on that commercial, all right? So what is the next thing? Facebook, man, Facebook.
Yes.
You brought up earlier you think they're coming out with a monthly magazine? That's a ludicrous thought, okay? I think we should squash that rumor right now. All right.
I'm also seeing that they're going to start charging, and you got to post this
by
thing.
a certain time at night,
Yeah.
and as long as you post this, there's no danger of being charged.
Yeah, your icon's going to turn blue, and you're not going to get charged.
Right. So I'm doing a post at the phone company. I'm doing a post at the electric company because I figure as long as I do that post, I'm immune from any charges. How unrealistic is that?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Facebook. Feel friend to friend me. Feel free to friend me there. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
And
what else?
Like Weller does Delmarva.
Like Weller does Delmarva, even if you don't. Like them anyway.
Absolutely.
And what they could communicate with you. You got anybody communicating with you?
Greg Ryan, I've been talking to him a lot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, good morning, Greg. How are you? Anyway, so it's a busy morning. We got a lot going on. Oh, the Greenwood Chicken Barbecue is open today, just in case. We should have had Barry broiled us chicken.
That's
much better than the donuts.
Mm-hmm. Hey, now can I call in and guess a number and maybe win a chicken?
I don't know. What's the Greenwood Barbecue's chicken phone number? You're saying if you call the Greenwood Barbecue Chicken, can you?
No, I'm trying to add a number
Oh,
to
you
the,
want
to the spinning
me?
wheel. Yes.
I got you. How we want to do that? Let's give away a free. Let's add that as one of the 12. Okay?
Really?
Yes. You're going to have to. You pick the number. So, folks, just to let. Oh, you can't. People have already guessed. You can't change nothing.
But they don't know what prizes are associated with what number.
Because some people are hearing us now. No, you can't do it. Skip it.
All right, fine. Canceled.
All right. What's another way to give away a free barbecue chicken?
Oh.
Call us with an idea how we could give away free chicken.
There you go.
Anyway, we'll do that another day. I mentioned the quarter auction Wednesday night. We got one ticket left.
Not quarter auction, paint night.
Paint night. That's what I said, paint night. You said quarter auction. All right, the paint night.
Yes.
We're raising money for the National MS Society at the Dry Zone Red Barn. Sean, why don't you at least come on over and have a seat? We're on TV, just so you know, okay? All right, now this next gentleman we're going to talk to, I bet you's been really busy in the past week or two. So we're not going to get real deep. We'll just do a little surface right now until we get back on the radio, all right? But anyway, so you're Sean from First Class Heating and Air.
I am.
And how is Sean from First Class Heating and Air?
Doing quite well. Like you said, very, very busy the last couple
I
of
bet
weeks.
you are.
Yeah, this heat and humidity have just really kind of taxed everything. So.
And you know what's hard is how do you get people to deal with all this ahead of time?
Mm-hmm.
And more, is that called proactive versus
Exactly,
reactive? Are we coming back on the radio? Oh, I'm so excited.
There we go.
All right. Now, folks, we are live. This is our last half hour of the day, and you're probably saying, darn. But some of you might be saying, okay. But anyway, I'm just saying it's Weller Does Delmarva. We're live on the radio. We're live on My Cozy TV. And we're live on the stream. Okay? When's Bob Backman going to be on?
You haven't given me that information, so
I
I
haven't?
don't know.
All right. Here's Jason. You're going to have to break the news to him. I think he's here to talk.
Yeah, at some point.
I don't know if we're going to make it, Jason, but we'll try. Anyway, so Bob Backman, the man who owns My Cozy TV, is going to be on in the next week or two. I just forgot when it is. It's the 23rd.
The 23rd. Good. I will be here
23rd.
for that one.
Okay.
It's always entertaining when Bob's here.
Oh, it is. We're going to have Bob on. We're going to talk all about WRDE. All right, let's switch gears. Can we do that?
Yes.
I want to talk about heating and air conditioning. It's a critical element.
I think you have somebody here that is good at that.
I do. And I need you, if you could stay till after the show. I have
Absolutely.
A question. I have a technical question. All right. Well, anyway, good morning. This is Sean. This is my official introduction to him from First Class Heating and Air, a company that I have done a lot of dealings with and that I like and would endorse very much. I want to start right off with this, Sean. I got the newsletter.
Very nice.
And
yes.
I was thinking, does somebody have to deal with you to get this?
No, we send that out to all our service contract customers.
Okay.
Or anyone that we've done, even if it's not a contract customer, if we've done work for you, if we've installed systems for you, most people do have contracts with
So
that.
it's like an insider's club.
Exactly.
Because I
yes,
see
yeah.
coupons
Oh,
in
yeah,
here.
we've got lots of coupons. You got lots of advertisements in there. It's kind of a thing we started a few years ago that basically is just kind of an overview of what we've done for the past
so
year.
informative.
It is, yeah. There's some notes on there about energy saving tips. There's ways to help out with your air conditioning systems, make sure they are prolonged. Like you said, a lot of coupons. A lot of ideas. Tim, the owner, usually puts a a little President's Corner message in there, so he kind of brings
I
up some
saw that.
ideas and all that
Right
too.
there.
It is. Yep.
He's the man.
So it's kind of just something we do at least once a year, usually in about this time where it comes out, and just kind of gives you an overview of some of the things we've done, some of the new options that we do have, whether it be brands or financing options or different marketing things that we've been into. So it's just kind of a year in
It's
the
nice.
present of what we do. Yeah, it's great.
Very nice.
We get a lot of response from that.
And I went to your website. It's pretty informative, too.
It is.
I've
yes,
been there
yeah.
a mess of times. But
Yeah, we have
anyway,
quite a lot of information on the website too, as well. So, and all those are linked into different manufacturers, different financing terms as well.
so like you can click on this and
Yep,
then take you
pull
somewhere.
you up there. You can see the the products we offer and everything. So very informative. There's a lot of ways to find information about us and just all the fun things that we do as a full company. A lot of people don't know. I mean, we've been in business for many years. We've been doing a lot of
40+ years.
Exactly right, and doing a lot of heating and air conditioning side of it. But we have other entities as far as that goes. So plumbing, full plumbing
Yeah.
side, home performance, everything like that we do. So the customers basically can make one phone call and get pretty much everything in their house taken care of. On as far as the mechanical sides. So
Right.
it's very very informative and. It's amazing how many times we talk to people and said, "Oh, geez, I've been using you for years from air conditioning. I did not realize you did this until we saw this." And so until there's an urgency or a need from somebody, you don't really pay attention either.
Right.
So that's a.
But that's what we really need to help people be, is more proactive
Absolutely.
than reactive.
Yeah, and it's inevitable this time of year. When we have the 90+ degrees like we've had, this is when it really taxes the systems. And even if systems were working okay, we've had a very mild spring.
Yep.
We had a very mild winter, so the systems really didn't get worked as hard as they could have been, or it would have had problems, or the problems may have not developed. And then now you're really into the full bore. This is when the units will not shut down; they will run all day long.
Yeah.
Just to maintain temperature. So the units that are a little older or have had some issues in the past where they've had to add refrigerant, now is obviously call if you have an emergency. But a lot of these problems could have been avoided. Yes, avoided before any breakdowns happen, just by being proactive, like you said.
And proactive's usually less expensive than
It
reactive.
is, and it's also less timely. We are a decent-sized company. We get to as customers as fast as possible, but there are a lot of people that you may have to wait a day or so before you
Right.
get out there, because there's only so
and
many
it seems
hours.
like
and,
a week
right,
at that
exactly
point.
right.
In other words, you're like,
Oh.
man, I called you a week ago. Well,
right.
it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, and I know it was 95 in the house yesterday, but so we do our best to get out there with a maintenance agreement. You do get priority service, so you'll
Yep.
get out of there ahead of.
And you get a discount.
And you get a discount on top of it as well. If you have a new system, then you have let's face it, everything's mechanical. Things
Right.
do happen. Things can have problems. So, with a brand new system, the warranties are very strong. Most of them are 10 or 12-year parts and labor warranties complete on there. So, if something does happen and you have to make the phone call, you will know that we'll get right out there to you. And there's no out-of-pocket expense to fix it. It's all
Right.
covered under warranty. So that's a big part of that, too, as well.
And I just want to ask about ductwork, if I could.
Absolutely.
Okay, ductwork. In other words, ductwork can get dirty and kind of messy inside there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you do what I would call duct cleaning?
We do. Duct cleaning is kind of it's funny. There's a lot of information on that and a lot of different views on duct cleaning itself.
Okay.
Ductwork itself can absolutely get dirty, and most of it's because it may be leaking or it may be in a not as sealed up as properly as it could be,
Okay.
and things get in there. So right after new construction, it's a very good idea to get things cleaned out and get all that dust and everything out of it. But what we tend to find is if you're getting a lot of dust or a lot of problems in the house, it may not be that it needs to be cleaned. That's a Band-Aid. That's the final step to clean it out. But you got to
Okay.
solve how it's getting in there. So we do a
Okay.
lot of duct sealing. We can do a home performance test and find out the duct leakage of the house, how much.
We
the
did that
actual-
at my house.
We did, yes.
Yes.
So you find out exactly how much duct leakage there is, and then seal that up, and that would prevent the ducts from getting dirty again. Because if you clean it, you're just going to be re-cleaning it again. And there are a lot of companies out there that do duct cleaning. There are a lot of other non-HVAC type companies that will do that. And I've been in houses after the fact, and we've looked inside there, and it's not exactly it's not running a vacuum cleaner in the vents and saying there you go.
little bit
There's
more
a
than that.
there's a
There's a
very
science to
specific.
it.
We have about a $15,000 duct cleaning machine that goes through
Oh,
and does it. So
okay.
when we get those calls for duct cleaning, it's not a inexpensive, $149 will do your whole house type thing on there. Sometimes they're between $700 and $1,100 to properly
But it's
clean and
more
sanitize.
complete.
Stuff. Exactly right.
Right.
They get in there, they can get the camera inside the ductwork and see, exactly where the problems are.
Because just cleaning it one time doesn't solve it unless you find out how it's
exactly
where
how
it's
it's getting
leaking.
back in there. And also, the type of ductwork makes a difference too. If it's fiberglass ductboard, you can almost do more damage trying to clean that than
Okay.
and those it's very porous. It's almost, if you get any water in there, absorbs a lot of moisture, and that could be bacteria growth and things in there too. So, a lot of times it may be, all right, you've had a system that's 20 years old. Ductwork is just as good as the system, and basically, if you have a leaky duct system, if you have poor airflow on there, you can put a brand new system in, and it's not going to be any better. Maybe
Right.
I always equate it, and kind of funny, but I always equate it with like having open heart surgery.
Let's
you might
talk
be
about heart
familiar with that. If you put a brand new heart in a body with clogged arteries and veins, you're not going to have the performance out of that. That
Right.
system, and it's the same thing with putting a new system together. So, if you put a brand new system in a house and the ductwork is inadequate, you're not going to get the performance out of it that you really need. So everything kind of goes together. You have to have that work with each other.
It's a
to
complete
make sure-
package.
Absolutely.
It's not just come in and let's clean your ductwork. Let's
Right.
find out why your ductwork needs cleaning.
Absolutely.
And let's
Exactly.
make sure it doesn't happen again.
There you go. That's the big
Right.
part of that too.
Well, I didn't mean to take over.
No, it's okay.
Is there any other points or things you want to really highlight?
No, I did hear on the way over here that there's some noisy air conditioning, and I can kind of hear it in here too.
Can you
so
really?
we've got some
I can't hear it
great
at all.
solutions for that.
I can't even hear it. That's what I want to talk to you about
Right.
afterwards.
But
so,
that and no, that's with there are a lot of just many innovative products that are out there. They're great solutions for just about any rooms and any problems. New systems. There's some great financing options right now. In fact, as soon as July hit in, our 72-month option financing option, 0% for 72 came back in.
6 years.
6 years back in through July and then through August. So we have 2 months
So
of
if you got a
72 months,
system that's a
0%.
little wonky, man, look, that's a sizable savings right
That's
there.
very nice.
6
You
years,
stretch it out over
0%.
6 years. It's a very low monthly payment. It's on the high efficiency systems, which is great because
Absolutely.
that's a high ticket item. So when
Right.
you break that down over the course of 6 years, you have zero interest that's coming out. You use
Take
somebody
zero
else's
interest and you're going to save on energy.
You're going to save on energy.
That's
You're
a
going to be
win-win.
You're going to be much more comfortable. Humidity levels will be down in the house. It's quieter. It's more energy efficient. All the benefits of having that.
You were going to say bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles. I was.
All right.
yeah.
Are you willing to help us with something?
I absolutely am.
All
We're
right.
going to spin the wheel, huh?
I'm going to spin the wheel. Jason, could you stick it up here for me? And Jason will hold the microphone near the wheel. So no more guessing. We're going to let Sean spin this wheel and spin it once just to make sure that this is a test spin, everybody. Spin it
So
once,
going-
make sure the mic's working. Either way, you pick.
All right, we'll go that way.
All right. Is it working, Brooks? Microphone was working?
Phone is working.
All right. So
All right.
that is an example of how it's going to sound and look, right?
That's correct.
Now, this is the real spin. How are we going to know who the winner is?
Brandon is hopefully making a list.
I just realized we don't have the list of people. All right, well, we're going to tell you the number anyway. Here
That's
we
correct.
go. Sean, you ready?
All right.
Take a deep breath. This is it, everybody. If this is the number you guessed, you're a winner. 42? 2. Number 2. What's that in Spanish?
Dos.
Dos. Dos. Or number 2. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, so whoever guessed number 2 won.
That's correct.
What do they win?
They win a brand new Holdie pole.
Woo! Sean, you have never seen one of these, have you?
Oh, I have not.
This is the neatest thing. I have all there is in the world. I bought every one the guy had. All right? It's a set of brackets, okay? And so you put them together like this, and say you have a garage and you have rafters or a basement or something. You put them up there and put them 6 or 8 or 10 feet apart, and you put your fishing rods on them.
That's perfect.
It is, and I use them for hanging extension cords.
Even better.
So anyway,
Very
it's a complete set, right?
Yes.
All right, and what are you smiling about?
I was going to say, we also use them for holding our kayak paddles.
Oh, that's right, your kayak paddles. I forgot about that. So anyway, they win a set free?
Absolutely
What are
free
they, like
if they guess
10
number
or 20
2.
bucks or something if you guess number 2?
Normally sell for $19.97.
Okay. You couldn't
the
just
list
said $20, could you?
$19.90. This just sounds good.
All right, $19.97. All right. Sean, you can hang out till
I can,
afterwards? All
absolutely.
right, we're going to talk air conditioning.
All right.
All right, everybody, I'm going to talk to Jason Troyer a little bit. I do need to talk about Dr. T. I'll get Jason involved in that. He's been there. So anyway, this is Jason Troyer, everybody, that you're going to be hearing from. And he has a lot to say. He evidently looks forward to this every week. Can't wait to be on TV and so on and so forth. Anyway, so, Brooks, have I missed anything before we get to Jason? Because he is known as a long winder.
Just Dr. T.
Is Brooks going to tell, or Brandon going to tell us who the winners are?
I can try to get a hold of him.
Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, what is next? Dr. T. Can we talk about Dr. T?
We can talk about Dr.
All right,
T.
so introduce yourself.
I am Jason Troyer.
Okay, this is Mrs. Troyer's, one of her favorite sons.
No, the favorite.
Oh, the favorite.
Yeah, no, we all know Kevin is.
Special K.
Special K.
You said it, not me. All right, anyway, so this is one of Mrs. Troyer's favorite sons. Okay?
Yes, yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
One of three.
All right. Anyway, so I want to talk about Dr. T, and then you can just tell me what you feel about Dr. T, but make sure it's nice, okay?
Okay.
All right. Dr. T is our friend who is our chiropractor, okay? And he was my friend before I even dealt with him for chiropractic care. But he owns Peninsula Chiropractic Center right on Route 13 in Seaford. He's a good guy, been in business quite a while, 25, 30 years, owner-operator of Peninsula Chiropractic Center. He has another doctor in there with him named Dr. Bud, who's also a great guy. They both are wonderful chiropractors. What I like about them, and I know this sounds silly, is number one, when you call on the phone, they're very accommodating. You say, look, this is what I kind of need. Can you work with me? I'm used to, sometimes you call a doctor's office and they're kind of like telling you how it's going to be. They are very accommodating. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with that.
And sometimes they'll see you after 5. And
That's actually what I was going to say. I mean, I work here till 5, 5:10. Usually don't even get out till 5:30, almost 6 o'clock. So them being having some late hours really helps me. So I guess they do like 5:30 appointments, and I get there.
So you're there till 6:30.
6:30, and it's very accommodating for me because otherwise I would have to take like a day off to go there.
Right, you would have to.
Do
yeah,
it, so.
You would have to lose money.
Right. Correct.
Right, so they're very accommodating. Now,
Yep.
what do you go there for?
I actually get an adjustment and a massage.
Okay.
I also want to say I've kind of dealt with just about the whole staff,
Okay.
right, from the front end to the back end. Everybody there seems very friendly. All the chiropractors that are there and the masseuses there, they
dealt
all
with
know
both
their
of them?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think even had some other ones there too, but I just feel like they're all top notch. Everybody there, so
almost like
from the
they
front to the back.
purposely try to do a great job for their
Correct.
customers.
Correct.
Yeah, I
So-
would agree. I mean, it's very intentional, and you can feel it. You're right.
Yeah.
I can feel it from when I sign in to when the person takes me back to the room to when one of the docs comes in. Then if you get a massage, they communicate with the massage person what you've got going on.
Correct.
I find it's a very nice, friendly, well-run, inviting, and not to mention they give great results.
Right.
So in other words,
And they
so
definitely know their stuff.
They
So
definitely know
there's
their
no
stuff.
doubt about it.
Going to give you the phone number, 629-4344, 629-4344. On the web, it's PeninsulaChiroCenter.com, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com, 629-4344. And they do have a special. If you mention Jim Weller or Weller Does Delmarva, they will give you a free consultation with the doc at no charge. So you can just see if chiropractic's for you. You won't believe it. We really are moving through the time here this morning. You have been taking up so much time, Jason. What do you
I'm
want to
so
talk
sorry.
about?
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody.
Well, there is one sale ending today.
Yeah, there is a sale ending today, and that's the one with the kayaks.
Okay.
We've got that ending today, and then also the free merchandise is coming down to the last week.
That's
I mean,
next Saturday, isn't it?
The 18th. So actually, I think it's a Monday.
A week from
So
Monday.
it's a little over a week, but it's coming down to the end of it. People are definitely taking advantage of it.
They love the free kayak, don't they?
The free kayak, I think, is the biggest one. We had one guy, he kind of figured out, hey, well, the most expensive item on here is $300, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
So-
that was the power washer.
So technically that one is, the best bang for the buck, but if you don't need a
Because you
power
can buy a
washer,
$400 and some generator.
Right.
And get a free item. This is a
Correct.
sale, folks, and we mentioned it before, but if you buy a trailer or a generator, certain ones, most of them really, about 98% of what we have in
Correct.
generators and
Correct.
trailers, you get your pick of one item free, and like Jason just said, that one's that $300 power, $297.
And that's the reason why we picked a lot of different things. That way, if you have a power wash and don't need it, well, you might want a kayak or an air compressor or a bench or something. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to choose from. So that's why we did pick that, just so we're trying to get everybody.
Well, tell me about kayaks real quick.
Tell you about kayaks. They float in water.
Do they? They only have one hole.
Well, actually, they do have some drain holes too.
Oh, okay.
But you could literally cut a hole in the middle of them, and they wouldn't sink. Meaning you might be underwater in the water, but it's not going to sink to the bottom.
Really,
so,
you can't sink a kayak?
Well, like I say, you can be under the water, but it's not going to sink to the bottom unless you had enough weight in there to sink
How
it
do
to
you
the bottom.
know this?
I tried it. We had Brooks out there.
What are you inferring here,
What are you
Jason?
talking about?
I have no idea. Okay, the kayak sale ends today, folks.
It ends
I want
today.
to squeeze that in there, all right?
Yes.
Yep.
So what we're saying is if you want to save, you could save $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 on a kayak.
Yeah, depending on which one you buy.
Yeah, but the best deal's at $169.
Oh, yeah.
Kayak and paddle, brand spanking new.
With the paddle, I figure that paddle's, what,
$40.
Well, that's what we sell them for. I think they retail for more than that. So, the value is actually more than that. But
Brooks, pay attention to the
pay
master.
attention.
All right. Anyway, 337-8228 is the number, Wellers.com. But if you have ever wanted a kayak, if you've ever wanted one, we've always wanted you to have one. Is that the best way to put it?
Sounds great to me.
And there is no height or weight requirement to come do business here?
Correct.
Free
Correct.
parking?
Free parking. We accept everybody.
Okay.
So-
No application fees? You don't have to pay any memberships?
No,
to
but
be
if
able
they
to-
want to pay for it, that's fine. We do
Okay.
take that,
All right. We
So-
accept gifts?
Yes,
Greenwood
absolutely.
Barbecue chicken. All right. What else you got for me? Anything?
That was all I had
Got
for
a good
today.
crew over there today?
I got a full crew today.
So we're ready to make some deals.
Absolutely.
All right. We
Ready
had
to
a
sell
nice
some trailers,
the other
some
day.
kayaks.
Jason took the day off. And how many did we sell, Brooks?
8.
8. That's right. It was 8.
7. It's not
it
an
was-
auction here. It's,
Yeah,
I think
it's
it was
either 7 or 8.
It was 8. It
I
was
thought
My
it was
note
8.
said
I
8.
forgot.
Yeah.
It was 8.
All right. He forgot. He wasn't even here. How could he remember?
He came in the next morning. I said, Jason, you should take more days off. But
Yeah, it was a good
we
one.
sold some trailers.
So we'd like to sell, 10 today?
I would love to sell 20 today.
20?
20.
Let's not overdo it. It's hot out there.
Well, I'd still like to do it.
All right. Well, anyway, folks, come on and see us. You got Jason Troyer. Terry here today?
Terry is here today.
All right. And then you got Brooks.
He's upset that you didn't get to him today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was over there crying. I had to console him.
Here's a bottle of water. That'll help him. Or there. Here you go. He doesn't get these given to him every day. All right. So anyway, have we found out who the winner is?
There was no winners.
There was nobody guess number 2.
Nobody guessed number 2.
Spin that wheel again. Get that thing back up here. Can you please?
Sure.
Can we do it again, Brooks?
Yes, I might not be able to tell you who won that quickly, but
All right. We're going to spin this thing again because nobody won number 2. Do the test spin first. Don't sprain your wrist. That's what it sounds like and looks like, right?
yep.
All right, now spin it again. What is he saying? I can't hear him. He's talking with his hands. He's talking. I feel like he's talking about me. All right,
So this
this is it, folks. This is the second spin of the day. We want somebody to win that brand new. No
Number 2
way.
again.
This thing is rigged. Jack Riddle, can you come spin this thing for us? We're just about out of time. Enough is enough. Sean did it. Jason did it. If you land on number 2, I'm flipping out.
We're going the other way.
All right, we're going the other way. That's what it was. So we had 2 number 2s. Oh, thank you. Number 6. So whoever guessed number 6, you won, okay? And if there was no winner on number 6, I'm going to have less numbers next week. All right, folks, I'm winding down. I'm really winding down. I want to say thank you for watching my show, listening to my show, all of the people that advertise and support the show. There are some openings if you'd like to be involved. I thank Fran back at the radio station. Is that who's there today?
Yes.
Thank you, Fran, for all your help. And I just want to say, Brooks, you're doing a great job. And Colin the second, and Colin the second, and everybody that's been involved. I've had a good time. It's been a good day. I don't know if I'm going on down to Seaford or not. What is it called? Riverfest? Riverfest. I think I might. Jack Riddle said he's going out tubing in the Nanticoke, and I'd like to take pictures. So anyway, I think that's what he's doing. Anyway, we've had a good show. So we're going to now discuss air conditioner options as soon as we go off the air. Okay? So I can't hear it at all. Do you guys hear it?
I can't hear it.
I can't hear it. Brooks can't hear it. Anybody else hear it? No. So it was just me. So anyway, Kevin Short heard it. Sean saying he heard it going down the road. So anyway, we're going to take a look at probably a ductless system. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, it's Weller does Delmarva. We have a good time. We got these Weller discount cards. Still got some for sale?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's give a real last-minute special. I'm out of time. All right, I'll have to do it next week, folks. I'm sorry. Thanks a lot for listening to Weller Does Delmarva. We're going to wrap it up on TV here, but for now, we're done with the radio. So God bless you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye. All right, so we're still on TV. This is an experiment. 1 minute. Man, I can't even do an experiment. All right, if you want 10 air fresheners free, 10 of them for free, call me right now and say I want 10 free. 337-7300. I just want to see if anybody's still listening. Watch it. 337-7300 if you want 10 air fresheners absolutely free, okay?
Stan the Fan was a winner.
He was a winner?
Yeah, he guessed number 6.
Congratulations, Stan. What did he win? I forgot what it was. What is it?
Well, are we going with that, or are we going with what number 6 was?
I'm confused.
Number 6 was a different prize, so we're going with the number 6 prize, right?
Yes, we are. What was it, the kayak?
No, 10 free air fresheners.
No way. Stan, we're not implying anything. He spent the morning with us yesterday morning. 10 air fresheners free, okay? Just think. You got 10 friends, you can make 9 of them happy.
And if you don't believe me, I'll show you the paper when you come in.
And you can't find these anywhere, okay? Because we got them all. All right. Are we about, 6 seconds? 10. Let me think. 10 seconds. What can I say less? Check me out on Facebook, Jim Weller there. Thank you, everybody. And we will be back next week with more Weller Does Delmarva. I'll see you. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Bye-bye.